Nigeria. Nigeria what? The only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Nigeria what, yo? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice or the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad for the poor. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what media? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what, yo? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what? Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government, being consistent.
As a lawyer. And so, that has been the trend. The role of lawyers. Look, I say this here. If this democracy that some of us fought for, that I was detained in Enugu State, that the veteran was declared wanted, that we fought for, if it will die, I may not die. But if he dies, the corpse will be deposited at the doorstep of the bar and the bench, having failed to stand at the last line of defense of democracy and the rule of law in our country. Look, so what are we saying here? When I talk about my constituency, over the years I've been talking about my constituency. I'm not joking. The records are there that we have not done well. The June 12th crisis, and of course, remember that what happened in 1983 was what led us to 16 years of military rule until we returned back in 1999. The June 12th crisis, who were the people behind it? Of course, politicians will start it. But the members of our profession will take it up. An association that was unregistered, ABN, led by Ato Zeribe and Abibola Davis. They were the one who went to court. They went to court. Unregistered body. They went to court. Despite the provision of section 13, subsection 32 of the decree of 1993 that barred the court of the land after so many ships of the dead by Babangida administration and barred court in the land not to entertain any suit or give any ruling or order stopping the whole of that election. So, who was the president that sat at 10 p.m.? It was Justice Ikpeme, a member of our profession, that sat at 10 p.m. to give an order stopping that election. And who were the people that fight the matter? They were lawyers who did that. All the decrees that were promulgated at that, who were the people? They are lawyers. And of course, on the 11th of June, the state government said, look, the view of that decree number 13, the election must go on. And of course, Justice Boshu in Lagos, somebody applied the matter in Lagos here, and that matter should go on.
Appreciate every one of you. Thanks for your time with us today. We have two sections today. The first session is what you've listened to, which is politics. The second session will be the continuous conversation that we had 2 days ago concerning Mr. Ekpo, who cries out that his wife remarried or started having an affair with another man in America while they were still married in Nigeria. We follow up on that particular one. So we have one or two updates on that particular one. Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir. I beg, try check your WhatsApp here. The video of Igiri.
Yes, I want video. The video you sent me video yesterday that we played 3 days ago. If you were not
the one
here,
I sent, because they send you.
What's the video for? Say it now. Let me hear. I
The
don't need
one
to
of
check.
Mike Igiri, the one he did with Arise today. It's more.
But we just play Mike Igini now. I can't play Mike Igini twice, sir. We just play Mike Igini for more than 40 minutes. I should be playing another one. It's the same thing it's going to say. If we have to play, it's going to be tomorrow. Thank you, sir. I appreciate every one of you right there. So we are going to be having that section like I stated. Thank you very much for your time with us. Today is Wednesday, 22nd of April, 2026. Thank you very much, Mother of all Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy, for all that you do. We appreciate you always for always being there for us every day. Thank you, my brother Abu Aze. I appreciate you. Thanks for all that you do. Thank you for your consistency. Thank you, Mother Peggy Modi, Mother Eugenia, Mother Stella Masaredo, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, Mr. Michael Organ Emaro. Thank you, everyone right there. Patricia, not my desk. I can see you. Osas Idea, I can see you, sir. Thank you very much. Good evening to you, Mike Akionbare, and many, many more. Una plenty for them, not be small. I appreciate everyone. If you do your part by pressing on the like, help us to share. Says more in the building. Something girl made there. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Kingsley, thank you, sir. I appreciate you. And I saw your super chat already. I'm very, very, very grateful. Okay, I would like to take this record quickly. Abu Azi, please get close, get close. Let's do this so that we can start talking immediately. You know, we got some support today. And for those of you that are just joining us, we get subscribers every day. We've been running this broadcast now for years, you know, and we'll be using solar now for the past 2 or 3 years, about 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. So the solar breaks down, and the people, my wonderful people here on Niger Watch family platform, decided to say I shouldn't use my money to restore a new solar, that they will be there to do this for me. So ever since we started raising money, total amount is 11 million naira to raise a solar or to have a restoration of another solar. So out of the 11 million, we've managed to raise 9 million already, as you can see right there on the screen. You know, if we can close this today, I'll be very, very grateful. But after we announced this particular information yesterday, some of you have also donated, which I would like to quickly take this announcement right here. My people, now God bless you. Now I appreciate every one of you. We got 50,000 naira from I don't have a name, just put anonymous for now, except to write to me privately with your name. We'll put it out there. You know, I want to say I'm very, very grateful for whoever behind the 50,000 naira. I received that one immediately. Let's say about 10-15 minutes when I finished, I ended my broadcast yesterday. As you all know that we ended our broadcast very early yesterday. So the person sent that 50,000 naira. Thank you very much. We're very, very grateful. Yeah, we received 20,000 naira from Madam Ame. Madam Ame Bright. Many of you know Madam Ame Bright here. You know, she's been consistent with us on this platform every day. But ever since she's been in Nigeria, you understand.
It's been a while. It's been a while. We heard from her.
Yes, because she traveled. You know, she traveled to Nigeria all this while. You know, she lost a very important
double water.
Yes, she lost a very important person that she went for the burial, but she's back now. So she supported the solar contribution with 20,000 naira. So we received that 70,000 naira from when we ended the broadcast yesterday till now. I want to say we are very, very grateful. All right. Thank you very much, everyone that have contributed so far. I want to say God will bless every one of you. You will never labor in vain. Everything you work hard for, you will live to enjoy the fruit of your labor. Yes, give us a minute. Go ahead quickly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Helvis. Although I know Mr. Labo brought in something earlier, a request. That request is very significant, and here is why. There are so many exposes that man did with Arise that he didn't make in channels, and that's why I think it's
we'll play it tomorrow. We can't play it today anymore.
You can use my time. I will not speak.
No, it's not time. How long is the video? Where would they
I
use your
also
time?
use
I
my
also
own
give my
time.
time.
Let me
I
not
also
speak.
give my time. I also
Use
give
my
my time.
time to speak, to put it, please. I will
That,
not speak.
when was the video done? How many minutes
This
ago?
morning,
It was done today. It was done today.
You know, so we have to start playing Mike Igini again. Why can't we do this
Mr.
tomorrow?
Elvis, if you hear that video, you'll be shocked too. See, it is because of where we are today. It is critical. I want to say earlier that before we used to do this moral thing on weekend. If you can probably hold that one till weekend and let's play this video. Nigerians need to see this video, please. I beg you. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Mr.
Oh, you mean
Elvis,
we should play it week by
you
week?
never played
Yes,
that
sir.
video.
No,
I
what I'm
think
saying is we can play the we can do the
There's so
that
many
man's case.
important videos everywhere exposing this satanic Tinubu led
No,
APC.
this one is critical, Mr. Elvis.
So
There's
we
a reason
play so
why.
many. Hold on now. I know. I'm responding to Mr. Jonathan.
I thought you played that Igini video. But
Yes, I just
I
played
think
the
you
one
played
from
the one
Channel.
for you played the one. You see
From Channel.
the one from channels. You see, when Igini wanted to start talking about what he mentioned today, Shehu closed the program. There was no time.
Yeah.
So I think he now went to Arise this morning.
Okay, to go and expose them further.
Yeah, and that is so critical. As a matter of fact, actually, I must say. So,
Okay,
And
let's
what give
play
us a
them.
mandate is appealing. Naija was sorry. What give us a
Okay.
mandate is appealing. Is that second phase you say we should join, not to combine it today with politics, so that we can focus on this one. We can do that on weekend. Just
Yes,
look
like we
into it, please.
like we do before. We do those one on
Because
weekend.
before you know it, to divert our attention, we'll focus on that one. That was what happened the previous day you presented it. Nobody talk about
So we should leave today for just politics, right?
Thank you, sir. If
Yes, sir.
you can do that.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, all right, let's take this. Thank you.
As we approach 2027, Nigeria's electoral framework stands at a pivotal moment as it transitions into a new digital phase, with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's assent on 18th of February 2026 to the Electoral Act Amendment 2026. The legal architecture of election results has been fundamentally reshaped. This has set the stage for a different electoral process in the 2027 general election. But the system is not without its limitations, and the judiciary has become the final gatekeeper if any irregularity happens. The question is, can democracy survive without a courageous judiciary? Joining us on the show to discuss these limitations and the role of the judiciary is Mike Igini, former Inec Electoral Commissioner. Good morning, Mr. Mike Igini, and thank you for joining us on the morning show.
Good morning, Dr. Abati, Vimba, and Rafai.
Morning,
It's
sir.
my pleasure to be here.
Well, Mr. Igini, you have been very consistent since 2023 in talking about the role of the judiciary. There was never any interview you didn't say, my colleagues on the bench, this is my charge to them. But it looks like the judiciary is even going to be more overwhelmed in this 2027 process. And we have seen that, being played out in the cases involving whether it's the PDP or the ADC or the Labour Party. It looks like even the APC is going to have its own heavy share of litigations with all the complaints about consensus decisions in many of the states, including Abia, Bauchi, Ogun, Lagos, and other states, Plateau, Benue. So what will be your charge to the judiciary this time around, since it looks like the courtroom is where the election of 2027 is going to take place, pre-election and post-election?
Thank you, Dr. Abati. You see, the greatest promise of democracy was embrace. And the difference between advanced democracy, a growing democracy, and a democracy in retrogression has to do with the rule of law. The scholar, Alexis de Tocqueville, a French scholar who spent the greater part of his life in the US, he spoke and wrote a book titled Democracy in America. And he made a point, very eloquent, that the resilience of the American democracy, that its heritage is based on the strength of the judiciary. And so, in all jurisdictions around the world, whether, particularly in our country, the institution of representative democracy will have a hopeful future in our country, will be predicated on the role of the judiciary. Now that elections that ought to have been conducted, determined finally and conclusively at the level of polling unit, are now being determined by the courts, which of course has led toward Jonathan Sumption, the retired Supreme Court Justice of England, described as the expanding empire of the courts. The courts in Nigeria are now being asked to answer political questions rather than legal questions. And whenever court of law are now made to answer political questions instead of legal questions, who should be a candidate, who should be a secretary of a party, who should be a chairman, the tendency is that the judiciary will be vulnerable. There will be efforts by politicians to capture the judicial system. This was the fear of the English people when, in the 18th century, they decided that given that politicians were buying vote, they were buying employers of labor, that the possibility that judges will be bought, will be influenced in England, that court should not be involved in determining election matter. That was the history. And so, it's a sad reality. And what is that? Whenever we have a judicial system that shows signs of weakness, collapse, or get himself bow to the suffocating influence of corrupt politicians, democracy will be in danger. We must note that today, one of these areas I found very shocking. You know, when I said I have not been interested in so many things because I'm so disappointed, but I decided that, look, let me go through the Electoral Act. And I found that whereas the last iteration on 60 subsection 3, where they put a proviso that will undermine the 2027 official elections, I have now found a more dangerous 3 provisions. And I put them out so that I think that Nigerians can read it, they can see it before any comment. First, let's go to section 63. Now, section 63, which I just discovered, they have now reintroduced something very terrible. You can see it there. That ballot paper that will be used for the 2027 election, that does not bear the official mark, the official security features of Inec, should be accepted by presiding officer. You can read it there. That where the returning officer satisfied, the word satisfied, that was contained in section 49 of the 2010 Act that took us 20 years until 2022 to repeat, to remove, because what is the objective condition to determine what satisfies a presiding officer? A presiding officer has now been given the discretion to now accept ballot paper, notwithstanding the absence of the official mark, and to count that ballot paper. What that means is that before this election, politicians who now have access to the the security features of INEC ballot, they are going to produce their ballot papers.
They're going to print
their own ballot paper that have to be accepted. This is dangerous as the Electoral Act. Similarly, may I show section 138? No, 138. Let's go to section 138. Section 138 has been one of the rigging provisions that we have cried out to be removed. As a matter of fact, you remember that in 2019, in this current republic, under Buhari was the only time that there was no Electoral Act passed. Because when we made that recommendation that this thing should be removed, this section should be removed, you remember that it was rejected. And what the section says, grant of filing petition. It says that an act or omission which may be contrary to the instruction or directive of the commission or of an officer appointed for the purpose of election, but which is not contrary to the provision of this act, shall not of itself be a ground for questioning the election. May I make a few observations here? You see, when you want to deceive people, you put it in words. Bring that section back again. What they basically said, they were just short of referring to Inec regulations and guidelines, because the instruction and directive of Inec are contained in Inec regulation and guideline. They are saying that a presiding officer, an assistant presiding officer, a collation officer, a returning officer, they can abandon it. So they provided immunity there without revealing. Let's go to the last section. It will interest Nigerians to know that section 137 now says that all those categories of individuals, I think the other time I provided you what we call a pyramid. All the categories that we have just mentioned, presiding officer, returning officers, it says that where the petition, that's anybody go to petition now, to go to file a petition, complains of the conduct of an electoral officer, a presiding officer, returning officer, it shall not be necessary to join such officer. That is those who have disobeyed to follow Inec instruction and guideline, that it shall not be necessary to bring them to the commission. That was why, you remember in 2019, in 2023 and previous elections, you find that because Inec has been joined, you are saying that the people who rig election, presiding officer who actually were the maker of the document, you said because you have invited, you have joined Inec as a respondent, it shall not be necessary to bring them to the tribunal. Meanwhile, the courts have always complained about what we call dumping of documents, that petitioners should come and call for oral evidence. To deal with that, under section 137, in the 2022 Act, a new law was put in there to the effect that if document, because you remember that in the 2023 election, there were results, about 18,000 in different parts of the different, where they had different numbers of result sheets that were mutilated. You could not read them, but votes were attributed to them. But they were certified by our commission. They were taken to court. You remember that when a director of our commission, who unfairly was brought to speak to document he did not make, he was not able to read them. Yet the court will now propose under the 2022 Act that have now been removed to the effect that it shall not be necessary to call oral evidence because an officer will not be around. Dr. Abati, as we speak, this provision that I have outlined, particularly, it means that at the level of the balloting, it has been sabotaged to the extent that ballot papers, you cannot going to have ballot box stuffing, people are going to produce their ballot paper. Remember, in 2019, in 2 states, one in the southeast, one in the south-south, some unscrupulous members of our commission gave the serial number, gave the security features of ballot papers to politicians. And when Inec, in the case of Imo State, went to the court to say that this document, result sheet, is not our document, but guess what? The court, tribunal, upheld a forged document. This is where the role of the judiciary comes in. And this is where I am worried. When Dr. Abayu said, I have been, see, my clarion call since 2010 when I came to the commission has always been on the basis of my experience as a young man who had my first school in Ondo State. When Fagbengbe was killed because of the outcome of the election. And that's why I've always called on my constituents to say that our legal profession is not just to make a living. We have a special role to play in the life of a society. And that is why if Hussaini and Dr. Abadi, you have a problem, you come to us as lawyers. When you have a problem between yourself and government, you come to us as a lawyer. And that the lawyer, the judiciary, must be the last line of defense of democracy and the rule of law. Okay. But that has not happened historically and unfortunately.
Mr. Igini, thank you so much. There's a lot of information to process, and let's see how we can break it down one by one. Let me begin with where you landed, which is that you're supposed to be lawyers. What we're saying that we run to lawyers who take us to court, and that is supposed to be our line of defense for all conflict resolution. The Nigerian Bar Association, the president of the Nigerian Bar Association, had also indicted lawyers in a recent statement where he was saying that, well, as much as there's questions around the courts, that the lawyers are also behaving like political agents. How do we position that in this framework? Then secondly, the sections you've spoken about, 63, 137, 138, but I think specifically 63 and 137, focus a lot on the role of these officers, ad hoc staff, in essence. How we navigate around this? Because we've seen that the problems that are coming from ad hoc staff to be multiplying with each. If it's not the poor management of ballot papers, there's more and more integrity being removed from the role that they play. However, we're still piling up responsibilities on them. How do we navigate that, given that this is the framework that we have going to 2027 and the elections will hold? What's the protective mechanism?
Yes. First, the EMB, I want to quickly advise Inec to quickly go back to the National Assembly to call for amendments for the repeal of this section 63 as quickly as possible. You see, a stone seeing coming should not blind the eye, because this is the foundation. Yeah. The ballot is the foundation. You are saying that a ballot paper that does not have the serial number of the official mark of Inec should be accepted. You now give a discretion. Look at discretion given to a presiding officer. Meanwhile, this election, those who actually conduct election on election day for implementation are not the core regular staff of Inec.
Ad hoc staff, yeah.
They are ad hoc staff who have not been given the orientation or the fact that the mission of Inec, when we came in to restructure, was to be an effective independent National Electoral Commission committed to the conduct of free, fair, and credible election for the sustenance of democracy in our country. And added to that, it is about core values. Now, being by to tell you, because I have conducted election, I have the privilege of being appointed by two presidents of the Federal Republic of different political parties. And I've traversed the entire country conducting elections. Do you know that there's another information that I put out there? Somebody that was arrested in my office. Presiding officer, these provisions, particularly that section 137, that you not be. When I have trained, this was a young man. Look at all the cards that he was arrested with. And he was brought to my office. In the course of interrogation, he also, because these cards were the one that will be used when you say section 149, the one that had been repeated that took 20 years. He has all these cards. He's going to find his way into the ad hoc recruitment process. So when he gets in there, it is the party that have recruited him. They will give him these cards. Because the old section says that if the presiding officer is satisfied that the person before him is the rightful person, he shall tick the register of voters. So he has already cards to do that. Similarly, with respect to presiding officers, do you know that when I had trained people on a Wednesday for the 2019 election, for Saturday election, politicians went to share money for presiding officer. Dollars. If I were looking for the picture of that to also put on the table. Dollars. Some of them came to me. What did they tell me? They said, when I said, I train you people, and I said, some of you will be arrested if you don't observe the highest principle of ethical standard. I was told that they pointed out to them this section, that nothing will happen to them. They will not be invited to tribunal. So this provision we are seeing here, immunity has been provided for them. You rig election, you will not be invited. They said any instruction of Inec, you cannot obey it. Nothing will happen to you. This is what they are going to do to train them. Now, the reason why I'm now referring or now asking my constituency to stand tall is the fact that in the final analysis, these matters will be taken to the court. We expect what we call a purposive interpretation, because every provision of the law that we have made proposal to change was on account of a mischief that we have found over time. It is now the duty of the court to advance the remedy that we have proffered and suppress the mischief. That has not been happening at the level of the court. This is the problem that we have. And that had to be solved. And so you are going to 2027 election. You already have provision that will undermine the entire elections. Because INEC chairman, national commissioner, Rex, EO, they are not going to be involved. On that day, they are merely supervisors. From the level of supervising presiding officers, who are members of federal agencies, down to the returning officers. They are people taken from federal agencies. And before that election, they are going to infiltrate all the federal agencies, all the agencies are going to do. And so on that day, you find out that people who are seated at the polling unit, they are doing the wrong thing. And that is why the last point on this was that we now develop what we call the EMSC, the Election Monitoring Support Center, as well as the EOSC, Electoral Operation Support System. My conference room, we have tracking system. I will track you, and that equipment was given to the entire INEC offices. All the characters that we proceeded against, sent to jail, some of our staff who were dismissed, it was on the basis of the tracking system that I sit in my office, I track whatever happened from one local government to the other.
Okay. Real quickly. It looks as though this law, as we speak today, is designed in such a way that the integrity of INEC is already destroyed leading up to this election. And it's a law that has been made to favor the political class, setting people in the political class. And with a law that constantly gives the presiding officers the power of discretion, where they will not be held accountable, our country is slipping into an abyss. The first question I'd like to ask you is, can you stake your money on the 2027 election? Because you've talked about this, I'm not sure INEC will go back and will get some amendment by the National Assembly. You know how much time it cost us to get this out? This will probably be it. So now, can you stake your integrity on these elections? That's number one. Number two will be the case of the presiding officers. Correct me if I'm wrong, which they normally filter in even from influences with the political class. There is no proper vetting. There is no proper understanding. And even with easy money, they can be swayed. So when we put such powers in the hands of people that we cannot hold accountable, it's not a big indictment on the election process.
Rufai, if these provisions, this 2026 Electoral Act, the provisions that I have identified are not repeated immediately, I want to say that the integrity of the 2027 election will be in flames. I say this because of my practical experience for 10 years and not 10 days of what I witness. Good laws, good processes that are not manned by men and women of integrity will not take a country anywhere. But inadequate law, inadequate process and procedure, manned by people who are committed to the ideal of democracy will take a country somewhere. Election period is the moment where the integrity of institutions of states, particularly those who are responsible for the management of election, because election is a period for the renewal of the journey of a society, for the renewal of policies. And so when you have, and you still have enough time to change this, and you fail to change it, it means that we have decided as a people to do the wrong thing. Because law is not only an instrument of distributive instrument, but it's also an expression of our collective values. If our values is to say that we should be rigging elections, then it's unfortunate, because what gives legitimacy to those who in authority to exercise power is legitimate authority conferred on them by way of authorization, which never did.
Now, what I take from all of this is that the Electoral Act is a work in progress, as it has been since 1999. Every time we try to review it, reform it, amend it, then after the next election cycle, another protest will come and say there are aspects that we still need to correct further. So it's an evolving document. However, you are not alone in questioning the Electoral Act 2026. You have identified sections 63, 137, 138. IPAC, the Interparty Advisory Council, has identified sections 63, 83, 87, and 84, section 84. Now, just this week, Justice Alaba Jileye, who is the leading authority on electronic evidence, has written a piece on section 47 on full digitalization as provided for in the Electoral 2026. And he says with regard to beavers, which the Electoral talks about in section 47, that it is compulsory. It doesn't offer a hybrid situation that Inec can play around with. It's either you get the beavers in terms of recognition of candidates ready. You can't now say if beavers fails, you will now use manual accreditation. And that it is important that judiciary understands what the purview of the law is under that very foundational provision. The article is in This Day Lawyer this week. I think he has also written a bigger book on the whole of the Electoral Act. So the question I want to ask you is, okay, one, do you think there's still enough time with all these bodies and scholars, including yourself, saying this Electoral Act is defective? Do we still have time to amend it, to review further, or we just run with it as it is and then worry about it after the 2027 cycle? And what will be the implication of that?
Dr. Abati, why do somebody board a plane that we know is going to crash?
You are convinced
it's
the
not
election
necessary.
is going to crash.
I am saying this because how long does it take to amend, identify, isolated section 63? That's the foundation of the election. The argument that it is what kind of work in progress? The 2022 Electoral Act is a retrogression. And that's why in my opening remarks, I made the point that what differentiates advanced democracy, a growing democracy, and a retrogressive democracy like ours is a question of rule of law. The law must be stable and be neutral. The sanctity of the law is what generates interest in electoral process and confidence. The sanctity of the law and procedure in terms of public perception of the institutions of states, that is what is required. Dr. Abati, you asked a question. What would my advice to Mr. President the last time I came here? And I said, Mr. President, having regard to the role you have played before, and that this piece of then was a bill, let them go thoroughly. I'm not too sure whether people have read this, or whether it's what they call a transition that became a problem. The last one here is this. When I talk about judiciary, it's the fact that the cases we are having in court today are completely unnecessary. Because Section 83, just like Decree number 13, Section 32 of 1983, that barred the courts from entertaining any matters. Dr. Abati, it was my colleague who have an unregistered body to went to truncate June 12. How can the other courts to maintain status quo become order to remove antebellum?
Although one man called it
antebellum. All right.
Bello. Yeah, antebellum.
Right. So why? How do we explain that the order to maintain status quo led to the removal of status quo?
Of status quo. Removal.
Okay.
Do you see that the word does not have meaning?
Yes. All right.
Maintain.
Remove.
What are we saying here?
Inec chairman, professor of law.
Points.
Finally.
Of law.
Very profound.
Finally.
Yes.
I must say this here.
10 seconds,
Yes.
please.
Democracy is what we fought for. Democracy has no place, will not survive in the soil of absolutism. We must work hard to ensure that this democracy survives. And at the heart of that is my constituency. I am making appeal to them that the institutional democracy will have no hopeful future if there is no opposition. That is what guarantees democracy.
On that note,
That is my happy appeal, so that we can build a society where there will be opportunity for all and responsibility from all.
The law is what the lawmaker says it is. That's the big dilemma that we face.
And that's why we need the constitutional judges.
all right, Mr. Michael Igini, so much food for thought. But as your appeal says, we hope it goes beyond being food for thought. We hope that this inspires those with the power to do so, to be able to ensure that any loopholes are closed, so that we can ensure that Nigerians come out in their numbers for a free and fair election in 2020.
Hopefully. Thank you very much, Mike Igini, for that wonderful submission. He has always been a voice. This man have always been a voice. 2023, you guys saw how he was coming back to back. He actually came to this platform as well, where we were throw questions to him. A lot of people were calling in and all that, my panelists and all that. So he have always been there on the side of the people. If this satanic APC really wanted Nigeria to work, why did they choose Mike Igini as the Inec chairman if they really wanted Nigeria to work? So they know what they are doing, but nevertheless, we spend so much time in presentation, and I'm not going to spend so much time in my own monologue. I appreciate every one of you right there. Thanks very much, my people. And thank you very much, sir, for the super chat. I'm very, very grateful. Seven Girl Made there. Thank you very much, sir, for the super chat. I'm very, very grateful. God bless you all, guys. Press on the like, help us to share, take our voices far. I'm going to start with the first person on the panel today, which is Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, thank you very much, sir, for your long wait and your patience. Please, I'd like you to us. Good evening to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I agree to. This is what it's all about. The fight and the struggle for a good Nigeria is all about. Yes, this is it. I agree to you, Mr. Elvis. God bless you. And my fellow panelists, I agree to give us a mandate, Mr. Alabo. I agree to you guys. You're all welcome. God bless you greatly. And Mommy Diaspora, good evening once again, man. God bless you greatly. I will continue to strengthen you and uphold you. And my fellow commenters and prospective callers, I greet you all. You are welcome. God bless you abundantly. Yeah, as I said, this is exactly what it is. Working and striving for a good Nigeria. This is it. Not all those caricature, not all those psychopath hypocrites that we see all over the space, both on the mainstream or social media, that they cannot talk straight. And I'm not going to mince word on this one. This is the only person, not two, not 1.5. This guy, Mike Igini, is the only in the entire space of Nigeria that is speaking truth as far as our electoral process and processes are concerned. Is the only one. There's no two. If anybody know any other one that we can add, I will be happy, so that by so doing, we can start building an army of people like this. But for now, he's the only one. Some few days back, maybe a week or two thereabout, less than a month, let me just put it like that, on this platform, I talked about the ADC when the issue of this guy, Nafiu Gombe, came up about his signature. I said it is not rocket science. The ADC knows what to do. They are all enlightening, educated people. They know what to do to silence this issue of signature. But because there is really the real truth is not out there. It's kind of gray. It's not real truth that we see in Nigeria, especially from the political class. I said they should go ahead and do this, get it done. Forensic analysis. If it is not for forensic analysis, this Amokpiton support for ADC that came out, it would have been silenced. But because the truth, the facts were staggering, the facts were so there, they have to go the extra mile to disprove it, which they cannot do. They are attempting to do it with one fake statement that they came up with the other day, being their own jury and their own judge. That is Inec. That is the reason why it is difficult to support Nigerian politicians. Very, very difficult. I said, if you want to hide anything for most Nigerians, just put it in a book. In fact, you can hide it in a 5-page book. You don't have to write, you don't need to write a 100-page, 200 or 300-page book. No, you are going too far. Just a five-page document, you can hide it there. Something that will take only maybe 15-minute read. Just hide it there. Just slaughter it somewhere there. You will hide it very well. Having known that, the issue that ADC is being confronted with today, as we speak, and in light of this new revelation that came out now from this Electoral Act, for me, as a Nigerian, I cannot, in my true sense, support any politicians going forward for now, or anybody. I cannot. And I say it here openly today, the 22nd of April, 2026. I temporarily suspend my support as a Nigerian to any Nigerian, all of them, including Peter Obi.
Mr. Jonathan.
Yeah? Yeah. You said what?
Why is that so, sir?
Yes, I'll get there.
Why is that so? That's one. But also remember that I made a call here on this platform that why can't we get this finest man, Mr. Igini, if you want to change the country, why can't he make it? I said it here, why can't he make Igini the chairman?
They will not. Because, you know, the point I'm trying to make, I'll get there, I'll respond to, because I know it's a very relevant question that to ask. And I'm not going to, by making the statement that I made, I will respond to that. As I said, for me as a Nigerian, for now, I suspend my support for any Nigerian politicians. Why? Because nobody can tell me that with the capacity of political parties in Nigeria, even the least of them, even the very, very least of them, Not to even now talk of ADC, the African Democratic Congress. We know the caliber of people that are in this party now, that they will tell me that it will take a Mike Igini to expose this. With the Electoral Act that has been flying now for more than 2 months, and they want to go into this election. Oh my God. So you think people, you want to carry blind people, you want people to follow you blindly.
But sir,
yeah.
But we are also, because what you said now is very striking. When I saw this video in the morning, I was like, where was the place of the media investigative journalism?
They don't
where
read.
Was it?
They don't.
Where
They are
was it?
see, they are
this paper now has been out for how long now?
See,
about to play to the gallery of this politician.
This was a mandate. They are just doing Amala and Ewedu journalism. For the very first time in Arise News, Abati was kept mum.
He was silent.
Okay, Mr. Jonathan.
Silent. He couldn't say
anything. Mr. Jonathan, obviously, yes. You should know that Mr. Abati can never ever be trusted. You know, Abati don't want Nigeria to be rescued.
Thank you.
Because
he doesn't want Nigeria to be rescued. You know what he's doing.
It's too overwhelming that Abati could not even. He still tried mischievously. He still want to rubbish it.
At the end. Towards the end.
Yes, he still want to rubbish it, but he didn't hold water. That is evolving. The electoral. How long? 1,000 years? When are we going to get it right? Simple Electoral Act. When? The issue is that, okay, fine, it's evolving. Abati knows this. Any right-minded person knows this. But why is it that instead, when you say something is evolving, that means it's getting better and better. But why are you making it worse and worse and worse at each electoral cycle? Why are you making it more worse off than the previous one? That's not an evolution. That is retrogression. That is backwardness. That's not improvement. So that line, that statement is rubbish. It still does not add up, and he knows it. Because now we are back to ballot stuffing. They will and this is what as I was listening to Barrister Igini.
Honestly, sir, Tinubu is an ardent.
Yes, now. Man. As I was listening to Barrister Igini, you see, what came to my mind is this. I came to that conclusion very, very easy, that the APC and their lawyers, they really sat down. They've studied the judgment of the Supreme Court in 2023, both from the tribunal to the Supreme Court level. They studied the judgment, and this is what they came up with, that all the technicalities that the Supreme Court applied in 2023, we got to make it legal. Because they got away with it in 2023, they know that it will be difficult. And that's what every one of us is talking about, the political parties, all the Supreme Court technicalities, you know, they can't do that again. But this crooked APC, all they needed to do is, okay, these technicalities are going nowhere. All we have to do is to now make it legal. It will no longer be a technicality again or technicalities again. It is now law. It is now law. Remember in 2023, everybody was calling for presiding officer, bring them in to come and testify. Let them come in to come and testify in person. Now, they don't have to do that anymore. You gave them immunity. Meaning that you can do, a presiding officer can do and undo at the polling unit. Is free to do it. Nothing will happen to him. In fact, he can bring his own ballot paper already pre-printed and stuff it into the ballot box and then start counting it. Because according to law, he's satisfied that the ballot paper is fine, it's okay. Are you kidding me? And the political parties, they knew this, and they want to go into this same, they want to enter this election. It is simply like somebody just telling everybody, you can go and print Naira. Go and just print Naira and spend it. It is legal. Nobody will hold you accountable. Just print your Naira. Or telling the banks that because you are a bank, because banks are just like presiding officer, they play the role of monitoring the economy. So it is just like telling the banks, because you are a bank, you can print Naira. Central Bank just say, you can print Naira and give it out and do whatever you want to do with it. That is exactly what this crooked law is. Presiding officers can now do whatever they want to do. Nothing will happen to them. On top of it, they can disregard these so-called Inec regulations and get away with it. This is so striking. It's so striking. And politicians, they want to go into this election. What are you going? That's Tinubu is so sure of himself. The way and manner at which he signed that electoral bill into law, we all witness it. We all witness it. Within 2 hours, he was ready to sign even before Akpabio and his house counterpart get to Aso Rock. Tinubu was ready to sign. They didn't go, they know because they are the one in charge. They prepared the document. They know what is inside that document. And any politician will now say, I'm going ahead. I want to participate in this election. I will ask the politician first of all. That is my question for Mr. Peter Obi now. How do you want to deal with that come 2027? I need an open, honest response to that. Whether you just say, they cannot do it. It's not going to happen. Nobody is going to bring, that would be the most, I'm sorry to say, unfounded response, uncalculated response, because you have to, the only way to is all political parties must come together and request for an amendment to all these areas. And I believe there are still many more. There are still many more. He said something very striking. He said in a society you can have bad laws, very bad laws, but those bad laws can still move society forward if the people superintending those laws are people of integrity. The country will still move forward. And you can have good laws, but the people superintending over those laws they lack integrity. That country will go down. He said it. So we now know that there is no election in 2027. They can do all their shenanigans. They can be talking about 2027. Politicians can be rigmaroling all over the space, talking about primaries, and you are just wasting your time. You are wasting your time. You stand no chance. You stand no chance. All the technicalities are now legal. So they have given the Supreme Court now, please go ahead. Nobody is going to fight you now. Because the Supreme Court, I'm very sure, the Supreme Court justices, I'm very sure that inside, they will be telling them, we can't do this again. We did it in 2023, but I don't think, you got to give us some legal backing. And they did it. They put it in the law. So just forget it. This Tinubu is a very adding, unapologetic ruiner. He's ready. He has come to ruin the country and to cover all his evil. That is why. Let me leave this one. I know that. Panelists, we have one or two things also to say on this electoral, but there is much to say on this one. But I will quickly want to talk on Tinubu who sacked his finance minister. This man is oh my goodness me. Tinubu sacked his fired his finance minister, replaced him with somebody to come and cover his tracks for him. But that's what I see here. It's not that this guy is coming to do anything new. It's just that Tinubu is a use and dump man. He has finished with Wale Edun. He has dumped him. And he now needs somebody to come and cover it, to come and cover the books. And he brought, if you want to replace somebody, you want to fix that, you have Bagudu there, the budget and national planning minister. You cannot fire that one. A criminal is not allegedly, a man who is a criminal. You have him as your budget minister. You cannot replace that one. You now replace your finance minister at this time. All in an attempt. But I will say this to Oloyede. I will say this to him. You have built your career very well, very good. But I can tell you this. You can take it to the bank. This is the beginning of the end of everything that you have built all your life. The tax one, you still have a cover somehow because you are not in the mainstream government. But this one now, you have to lie every day. Nothing you will say again that will ever add up. Nothing you will say again, even as an accountant, nothing you will say again that will ever add up. Because you have to lie. It is only lie that can keep you in that place. Truth cannot sustain you there. You have to lie for Tinubu every day. Literally lie. You can never be coherent again. Nothing of substance will come from you anymore. It will all be lies or truth. It's unfortunate. Mr. Elvis, this is very serious. But I will also end by this, that for me, for now, all right. It seems that politicians are taking us for a ride. They are taking us for granted. They have assumed conclusively that we are all stupid, that we cannot think, we don't have brains. And for me, I will tell them that I have brain. My brain is intact. So for now, I temporarily suspend support for 2027 for any politicians in Nigeria until they speak to this and they deal with it. Other than that, I'll just be enjoying Tinubu. I'll be enjoying the maneuver of Tinubu going forward. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I appreciate it.
Mr. Jonathan, thank you very much for that deep submission and analysis. I really do appreciate it, sir. Thank you. Okay, guys, help us to press on the like, help us to share. We still have about 3 people to go. Let's take this together. Press on the dollar sign. Encourage what we do here. Being here every day is not very easy, but with your encouragement, we are here. So do your part. If you can encourage us by clicking on the dollar sign, encourage us by pressing on the like button, or rather, also copy the link. Help us to share by taking our voices far. Okay, Mr. Alabo, talk to us. Good evening to you.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Even so, I will beg you, say, like you use my time. Thank you for that understanding. Good evening, sir, for what you do. A new Nigeria is coming, and that new Nigeria is possible. Good evening, Mr. Jonathan. It's sad to hear this from you. Nigeria's political issue is really frustrating. It's so sad. But however, that is your choice, because the situation in the country and what is happening is tiring, my brother. Everyone on the comment section and our mommy diaspora, God bless you, Aboazi, everyone. Mr. Naja, please help me put the account number there, because we will continue to say it. Like I always say, every day we have new people joining this program. We have YouTube recommending this video and they are seeing the good work we are doing. So you can see that account number. As we speak to you now, you can see how much hours we have spent on here. That is generator. If you are in Nigeria, you know how much fuel is going to cost. How much diesel. You know how diesel is expensive. So it's not an easy something to run this program. So please, we are trying. This is our project, the Nigeria project, to put up a solar system. And I congratulate every one of you in one way or the other. You have contributed through your prayer, your support, your encouragement, sharing the video. Some of you do not have money. You click on the like. It's part of it. But we encourage you that your £1, $1, 50 cents, 1 pence, any amount at all, any currency will go a long way. Congratulations. We have gotten 9-point-something million. Wow. We are almost there. And Mr. Niger, thank you for your patience. Please bear with us. We'll get there. Nigerians, please. Even if you are not a Nigerian, you are seeing this video, that we are struggling to build a better nation. I know you is not from Nigeria listening to us. You say, what is happening? Maybe some kind of things you are hearing look strange to you because the country where you come from or where you reside, nothing like that happened, because you'll be wondering, are these people human beings? So that is Nigeria for you. Anything is possible. Please support us with any currency you have. Send it to that account. And we highly appreciate your support. Be part of this. Be part of that success story. What is the agenda? What is the goal? We want new Nigeria, a better society. We are the son of nobody, where we will have access to potable water, where we will have access to better education, that we can compete with people from China, compete with anyone from the United Kingdom, compete with anyone from US, compete with anyone across the world. That is the standard of education we wish. That is the country we are fighting for. That is the essence of this platform. You are seeing the name Niger Watch. Please send in your support. It will go a long way. The solar is about 11 million naira. We've gotten 9-point-something million, so we are almost there. So we just needed at least 1-point-something million. Or let's say, 2 million. We are done.
1.9.
1.9 million, please. Please, we want everybody. Yesterday, Niger was mentioned something that one person can do this. And we are not saying we shouldn't do, but we want everybody to be part of this success story, be part of this agenda. It's the Nigeria agenda. We decided to do it this way. So be part of it. So don't be shy. You can see Niger was mentioning anonymous. Yes. You can send without putting your name or people. We are not competing here. Anyone that sending 1 million is not different with you that send $1, that send 1 naira. No, all of us are the same, equal. Please don't be shy. Put in your little support that you can do. Niger Watch, thank you for your patience with us. I really appreciate you for your patience with us. I know you feel embarrassed. I will keep telling you. The Nigeria of that yesterday, you used to raise immediately to come. I know some people channel their money to the kind of foundation of Blessing CEO that will scam them. But this is a Nigeria agenda that will work well for every one of us. Please, we are not saying you should not do whatever you want to do, but help us support, be part of this success story. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Niger Watch, for all you do, and God bless you. A new Nigeria is coming, and that new Nigeria is possible. Let me just look at what is going on. You can see the law they inserted. I know, Mr. Jonathan, I know you are frustrated. But, you know, when the white man said If you want to hide something from a black man, put it in writing, put it in a book and cover it. That book will remain there. The content, the people won't even care. It has happened. Someone has put a check of how many million inside a book, but this one he used a Bible to give his son everything he need, and the man buy and go. The son did not care. He didn't open the Bible to read for one day, and that thing the father left there, got the another person got it. So it's difficult for us to read. That is the problem. If I tell you, people who are shouting, a lot of them don't even know what is in that place. And we are still confused if Tinubu have even released the gazetted one. So it's just confusing. People, we don't even know where we are with the electoral law. Which one are we running? We don't know this one Mike Igini is reading, if it is the gazetted one. So there is this confusion that Tinubu is just playing games with Nigeria. He's just playing games. Tinubu and Akpabio are just playing games. And Wike, because we have these three institutions, Wike is the chief judge of Nigeria, while Akpabio is the one managing the legislative arm. Tinubu is the one running the executive. So these are three people that are put together, causing confusion in the country. They are just leaving us in the dark. My own worry is that now Mike Igiri have raised this concern. Everyone is saying, what is the plan to stop Tinubu? We can stop them. We can force the National Assembly. Are we mobilizing? Is there any step in place? We can do it. We are not doing enough. We are not doing enough, Nigerians. We are not doing enough. We are just fence-sitting. We are just liquachosing. We are just lambasting, talking like this with no action. The problem is the action. Nobody is pushing for it. Nobody is willing to make that sacrifice. If you like, keep talking like this. Tinubu will come and bring another one. He has tested the water and they have seen the reaction of Nigeria. That is why Tinubu is doing what he's doing. Hey, people will shout, 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 shout. 2 days, 3 days. Phew. Everyone will go back to default. That is the situation we find ourselves. This can be happening in a decent society, and people who are normal will keep quiet and allow criminals manipulating the system. As it is, we don't have institution. We just have set of politicians who make decisions, who write a court judgment to judges and tell them this is what you're going to pass. Who are the ones that is making this thing? Executive will sit down in Aso Rock and decide, plan the electoral law and push it to the assembly. Then the assembly will go around Nigeria, spend the resources, call for town hall meeting, ask Nigerians for their own opinion. People will say, this is how we want our election to be run. Then the one Tinubu already prepared in Aso Rock, he will dust it. Then this useless man called Benjamin and Akpabio will sit down, be telling you from 10 to 20, pass. This is the result of that thing he was doing. 40 to 50, pass. Everyone say, hey, yeah, that was what he did. This is the result. These are the things. The ones Nigeria discuss and agree, we are not seeing them in the electoral law. It is only the one Tinubu and his colleagues they want. That is the one they are bringing to us. And the worst part of it, have Nigerians, let them show me. Have you people seen the gazetted one that Tinubu have signed? Have you seen it? Because it's getting us more confused. Nigerians, can't you people wake up? Wake up and let us take back our country. This guy have pushed you to the wall. You are still moving. See, if you don't understand what Akpabio and co have done for this electoral law with Tinubu, is that they have taken us everything that Buhari amended, change. from the previous election. They have removed most of those things. They have removed it and put what they want. They have taken us back to the era of Morisiwu. They have taken us back to the era of Morisiwu. Where politicians will sit in their...
Mr. Labo.
Yes.
This one is not even era of Morisiwu. This Electoral Act that Tinubu just signed is a criminal document. Not even, there's not any error here.
No. What I am saying is,
existed.
let's say we have passed now. We're talking about the retrogression. See, if you give us a mandate, you witness election, we witness under Morisiwu. I'm telling you, people, leave it now. We have people, politicians write result. Let me break it down for you. Don't worry. Politicians will write the result. This is the system now that Akpabio they want to do, because that is the thing that brought Akpabio and Tinubu into office. He is the one that conducted their election for them in 2003. So these are part of the problem we are having. In 2007, he did the same thing. So if you witness what Morrissey would do, election has not concluded, the announcing result. I witnessed it before my very eyes, talking about the returning officers and talking about the people that will even work for the Inec. Who bring them? I've raised this concern before. Those guys are people that cook. Politicians submit their names to Inec. They bring their people who want to work. Some people even wear, they will even give them the youth call this thing uniform for them to wear. And you will think there are people, and they will use them and do their business. Nobody is looking into those ones. I think the only solution for this, when you get to that place, any of them who want to misbehave with your future, when you start targeting the INEC reg and begin to deal with them, the officials, none of them will think of doing this thing. Because as it is, if you listen to what Igini is saying, they have given them assurance, cover. We have the law. These people go through seminars. They go through training. They have told them how you can rig election. Go and fact check what I'm telling you. Yes.
You don't have any law. Stop saying that.
Give us a mandate, please. Don't allow me to lose my thought. You will come now and say you don't have any law. But all of us, the same law is what Tinubu is finishing 3 years. It will finish 4 years. So please, let us not go into that. Whether it's a criminal law and anything, we have accepted it. And it's what we are using to run the country today.
It's you that accept it, not we. Don't talk for everybody. You don't even know your problem in this country. You don't even know your problem in the country. You are just talking, you have law. Somebody who the constitution I get to you. You cannot do my care to read. You are expecting people not to do anything. Sit down there and I go see Pepe. I never see anything.
How you take travel? You don't have law. How you take travel go US?
You don't have any law. What you have is just a temporary thing. You don't have any law. Did you write the law?
Which law will give you your green passport when you take travel go?
Did you have, is that a law that a Ghanaian man can make Nigerian passport and use it in Germany?
Okay, but you use it now. Give
Let him finish. Let him finish, please. Black Panther, mute yourself, please. Let him finish. Thank you. And there's so much noise coming from the speaker. The speaker is not good, Black Panther, please. It's disturbing.
Tell them intro where carry and throw. I don't tell them. This is your US something. Thank you, Nigeria Watch, for coming in. Please, Nigerians, we need to wake up. Don't listen to what Black Panther is saying. We have a criminal law we know. It's what is taking us today. I just want us to rise up. The only solution for us now is to block the National Assembly. That is the only thing we can do to stop this nonsense. You have the power. You have the power. Block your state assemblies. If you don't have to, everybody must not go to Abuja. Flight is expensive. For you to enter car is expensive. You have your local assemblies. So these two places, INEC office, National Assemblies, block it. If your house is closer to Asurok, carry your mat and go in front of that place. Go sleep anywhere you can protest. If your house is closer to government house, go. We must take back our country. To stop when they are pushing you through the wall. You've waited. This is the problem. We continue to adjust. We have adjusted until there is no more space for you to adjust. Now you are looking for where to enter. Look at the kind of condition you find yourself. The criminality going on. Do you know what is 34 point something trillion missing in your country? If you know how many hospitals, how many jobs that will create, you will not be suffering. And few individuals are stealing these resources. When you people don't understand, when this waiting that they push to today, the criminal guy that they push, Tinubu is using him to do everything. He removed the ministry for state and brought him to come and seal up things. Now he push him to the finance. So he's going to continue the criminality and do it for them. You see this thing that is happening. He came to explain to Nigerians to say, hey, his revenue was not missing. It's something they pay to government parastatals and all those places. Who are those places saying? Have you not seen the off your mic in NDDC? Are you not aware that the same contract, surveillance contract that Tompolo is doing is what federal government is using to lobby in US? So these are how they steal this money through those agencies. They send those money, those people withdraw the money, and they use it to do no business. They don't give account. Our country is bleeding. NDDC is reviewing. Northeast this development, this commission, Southeast this development commission, Southwest this development commission. This is the places they are stealing the resources. But nothing is happening in your region. Politicians tell Akpabio to release, tell Tinubu to release the forensic audit that happened in NDDC, if they will release it for you. Because they know how many of them that their hands are involved. That is the same thing that happened to the man that they found billions and trillions in the Ikoyi house. Today, he's a minister under Tinubu. They say for security reasons, they discharge him because all of them are criminals. They have soiled their hand. Nigerians, America will not save you. United Kingdom can't save you. And they can't stop you from saving yourself. Nobody should deceive you that foreigners, whenever you want to rise up, America will support Tinubu and do this. It's lies. Take back your country. Stand up today. Tinubu will not have any place to run to. You can block a port. There is no place they can move him. The military, I will keep saying this, military put together, all the parastatals, put them together. They are not up to 1.2 million. They said we are over 200 million, even though we know it's a political manipulation. Let's assume 40 million Nigerians hit the street. Military will run, they will even support you to chase out these criminals in power because they are dying. They are the ones suffering, but they can't speak. If they speak, they call it mutiny. If they speak, they will call them several names. They can't say anything. They need you to come and save them. Let us block Inec office and stop this nonsense. We must have a credible and fair election in 2027. Tinubu time is off. Let us unite and together we will achieve this result.
Mr. Alabo,
thank you, Naija Watch. Yes, sir.
You say you should block INEC office. For what purpose?
What is happening? INEC is not sincere. Did you see the report of INEC?
What will be the demand? I just
the
want
demand
to know.
is for to sanitize. Did you see INEC is not clean? People who are there are other relatives. Did you see Wike brought his brother from that he used and rigged the Edo state election? Brought him to Abuja to do the local government election. Did anybody do anything? So INEC is polluted. So we need, when we're telling them, it's overhauling of these places. If we go and shut it down, I'm open to you because it will scatter a lot of things for Tinubu. If I'm going before for him to re-strategize and begin to scout for somebody else who want to come and do this, it will not be possible for him like that. So I'm that has to go. We need free, fair, and credible election.
If
As it is today with these laws,
if Amokwiton goes, the new person that will come in there, is it not this Electoral Act that he will be implementing?
My brother, God will bless you. God Jonathan, God will bless you.
Mr. Jonathan,
to give answer.
Let us block the Inec office.
It is not Inec office that will block.
It's not Inec office that is the problem.
No. All these places we have to block it.
What is happening now? It's not Inec. It is the politician. If you like, go and bring whoever you want to bring. He is still operating within that. It is that
within the range.
It is that.
Thank you. But Alabo, you are right. But it's not Inec office. Two places need to be blocked. When a Supreme really have a serious case, protest will be at the gate. So that case, we know the court has to ask why something like this is happening. That is number one. Number two, the same people, the useless Akpabio chamber, and they call the assembly, has to take, because a law is not a law if the people did not accept it. If you like, you will say you are Mr. President, you are Mr. Nenemi. When people say this law will not work for us, that law will not work.
Oga Odua, you don't have any business to face any judiciary. It is your constituency, your senators, they are the ones destroying your country. You will stop flipping around. You don't know the solution to your problem. Let us keep quiet. It is your constituency that is the problem.
Then why your judiciary is above all your
judiciary?
Why your judiciary is above all?
Alabo, if you are done, let me just come in, please. Alabo, you are done, right?
Give us a mandate, please.
Okay.
Speak to us, please.
Okay,
please.
thank you.
Give us a mandate. Hold on. After give us a mandate, it's Mother Patricia, then Black Panther, Mr. Odua. Please, let's have some decorum so that I can get to everyone. On the final submission, we can talk amongst ourselves. Give us a mandate. You have the floor. Thank you. Good evening to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Good evening to you and to the panelists. I greet you all. Thank you very much for the good work that you've been doing and you continue to do. Honestly, appreciate the effort and everything that we put into this program all the time. Thank you very much. Truly appreciate the time and the efforts. To Nigerians, honestly, thank you very much. Done and you continue to do. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay, you are back now.
Thank you very much. Hopefully you can hear me clearly. Thank you very much. We appreciate you and we give you kudos. Thank you. Well, I think it's ideal that we look inward and as much as these guys are trying to destroy the country, let's speak truth to power. Let's have some regard for ourselves and don't talk down on people. That's where I will have that on that. And Nigerians, we are still on our donation drive. Please, let's not stop giving. We are still here collecting donations for the solar panel. The account number, like you can see, is on the screen. Nigeria Watch Media account number 12202385509 Zenith Bank. Please give and give and give. The reason why you need to give is because of people like Mr. Elvis Igini. He's been out here doing this for the past 2 years now. Still on this image of us getting the right person into power, even though he's been here for over a decade. The reason why you have to do this is because of people that are being kidnapped. The reason why you have to give towards this solar panel donation drive is so that informations are not being hid from us. So that we don't allow criminals to continue to run down the country. So please give. Nigeria Watch Media account number 12202385509 and the bank is Zenith Bank. Once you give your money, it go ring for Mr. Elvis' account and it go announce your name here. The only thing that you need to do is just get your laptop, get your phone, go log into your account, put the amount you want to give. As soon as you send them, Mr. Elvis will get it, he will get the alert, he will announce your name. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Comment section, I greet you all. Thank you very much for all that you've been doing. we appreciate you. And let me say this again: if you're on the comment section and you hear any of these APC members coming here to spew false narrative, please don't allow them. Just block them. Just chase them away, because the country is not in any way better. As a matter of fact, the country has been destroyed, even more destroyed more now under these criminals. And you and I, we must be bent on changing the narrative. We must be bent on fixing the problem of our country. Now, it is now clear and glaring, very clear and glaring, that Tinubu is an hardened criminal. Very, very clear. It is clear and glaring that Tinubu is an hardened criminal. And if you support him, you are twice worse than Tinubu. You are twice worse than him. This guy destroyed everything. Destroyed everything. And I think to what Mr. Labo was saying earlier, it's a way to confuse Nigerians. They will throw so many things out there. The electoral law issue, the signing of the law, ADC destruction, Labour Party coming up. Abure has been has all of a sudden been recognized at the appeal court, but Supreme Court judgment is still pending because they are waiting to see the body movement of Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. And the reason why they are doing this is not for any other reason. It's so that they don't have Mr. Peter Obi come into power. Nigerians, in case you are listening to me, the only reason why Tinubu and his guys are doing this is not for any other reason, but because they don't want Mr. Peter Gregory Obi to come into power. And why is that so? Because if Mr. Peter Obi gets into office, all of this evil that these men have done against Nigerians will be made known, and they possibly are going to go to jail for it. Because of one man. That is the sole reason why they are doing this. And when you say that if you want to hide anything from a Nigerian or a black man, put them in a book. Well, sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not true. Mr. Labo, I think you spoke earlier. What Mike Igini exposed to us today, how many of us even see that coming? How many of us saw that coming? Now everybody just thrown into this array. You don't even know which law they are operating on. If a criminal can be operating on 3 different budgets, 2023, 24, 25, and the current one, that means they are running on 4 budgets. Tinubu is operating on 4 different budgets. Contractors are being held. Money not being paid contractors. People are losing their lives. Imagine if you are a contractor and the money they owe you is what will save your family, and they have not paid you. I bet you your family member would have died before they even pay you that money. And that's if they pay you under this criminal government. The country is run aground. These guys have decided to destroy everything. And that's why Nigerians, Mr. Jonathan asked a pertinent question earlier and then also form an opinion about the support. But here's my own opinion. I am still supporting Mr. Gregory Obi because he's the most viable candidate. But Mr. Peter and Nigerians, we all must decide if we will go into this election or not, of which I am not supporting us going into this election because this election already has been rigged against us. Until we do something. If we don't do anything to make sure, and that's why I keep also asking that question, can we go to court because of this electoral act? And what I keep hearing is that, oh, you cannot go to court. It has been signed into law. Now, why did Mike Igini now say that this must be rescinded? We cannot dwell on this. Why did he make that comment? Maybe I'm just in my own la land. I don't know. But I know I can hear Mike Igini said we cannot afford to go into election with this crooked document. So my question to ADC, and like I've always asked, are you truly willing to save Nigeria? Are you truly out to save Nigerians? And Nigerians, are you truly ready to save yourself? Because by now, with this expose, there should be a mass protest tomorrow. There should be a mass disobedient to the law. Yes, it's your right. Tinubu protested. Tinubu protested under a clean law. Our law, electoral law, was not as this crooked under Jonathan. As a matter of fact, Jonathan left a good law. Tinubu contested a sitting president, made a coffin, went everywhere. As a matter of fact, he even funded some of those protests. But today, we all sit down only to complain. Some are in beer parlor drinking. Some are just wasting their money on irrelevant things. Meanwhile, we are on this kind of platform asking for donations just to get solar panel that can help us so that these guys will not take all of us aground. Nigerians, are we truly ready to save our country? Because ADC by now, Mike Igini just make another expose. And Patutomi is out there also saying that there will be a concurrent portal. On what ground are we going to have a concurrent portal if the system is already destroyed? So, Dr. Patutomi, Professor Patutomi, we may have, for all that we care to have, a concurrent server running, showing our results on international media, giving to CNN. But if this law is already rigged against us, what are we gonna do? That these guys now have the, you know what it means to have the secret, to have the security assets of electoral umpire. That means you can print ballot paper. Nobody will question you. I can even go and make my own ballot paper and they will count it. Nigerians, the onus is on us all to arise and don't let these criminals take us as a fool. We are not fools. We have not been never been fools. We need to stand up and demand what needs to be demanded. We cannot go into this election with this criminal document. Tinubu is a criminal. And if you support him, I don't have any apology for you. You are only one click, one comment, or one statement away from him blocked. And I block you in heaven and on earth. You are a worthless human being. You support Tinubu. You are only one comment, one click, one statement away from being blocked and deleting your number from my phone. You are a worthless human being. These guys destroy everything. So Nigerians, let's arise. There's a call on us all. Arise. We cannot afford to wait like this and let these guys destroy us all. We have a nation to save and people to rescue. Arise ADC, arise Nigerians. Mr. Peter Obi, we are behind you. We all must do the needful. We cannot go into an election like this. This is a criminal document. Thank you very much, Aidi Mike.
All right, give us a mandate. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thanks for your submission. You said that I've been here for the past 2 years. I want to ask you, how long Tinubu has been in office now? And how long were on air before Tinubu started? You want to spend 4 years here, you say 2 years.
My brother, no best, more than 4 years. I mean, we were here before the election, so we've been here more than 5 years on this whole thing, and Mr. Evans has been on the air for over a decade. Thank you for correcting me, sir. I take that back.
Thank you.
Yes,
thank you. All right. Thank you very much, my brother, for your submission. I appreciate you all right there. Let's hear from okay, Madam Patricia is gone. Okay. Black Panther, please talk to us. Thank you. Good evening to you.
My brother.
Thank you.
God bless you. God bless you very well. Perfectly well. I want to thank you for coming out today. It's not easy. Everything you brought out today, some of them can be annoying, some of them can be, it just takes a man to stand very firm because of what we are pursuing. Thank you very much. I want to thank the viewers, thank everyone. Mommy in diaspora, may God bless you, Mommy. When I and Mommy was the first people to start this channel today, because I mark back to back. So, Mommy, thank you very much.
The day you first make comment, the whole world must hear. But then when you let's come, when you let's come, or you did on comment section because you don't want to come and say the truth,
mommy
will not hear you.
beat me for this one. I catch mommy hand back to back today. I want to thank everyone. I want to say here that I want to say to Oga Jonathan, God bless you, sir. You see, Oga Jonathan is talking from the foundation, our foundational problem. That is where he's lifting himself into the whole matter. And I've always been talking from that perspective. Let me tell you guys what is making me angry when I speak. You see, that document they gave us as a constitution is the bane of our problem. And somebody will come here who does not people don't understand what is going on. Your country is about to be hijacked. The way Iran was hijacked, your country is about to be hijacked. It took Iran 46 years, is there 47 years, to rise up. People don't know the problem of the country and they don't know how to solve it. We are speaking. We need to speak with one voice. We need to speak with one understanding. We need to know where our problem comes from and we need to know how to tackle it so that it can be symmetrical, so that we can see ourselves coming from the foundation into the future as we analyze issues. It's not all about telling Nigeria, come out. Are you not a Nigerian? You have to speak on the basic thing, where to focus on and not where not to focus on. When we speak, now, question was asked, do they need to go to Inec office? Mr. Labo said they go Inec office. To go and do what? Did Inec create itself? It is the law that created Inec. And who makes the law? That's your so-called National Assembly. And who made that National Assembly? That's your so-called dirty, useless document you call called the Constitution. That is what, see the way I put it now, that is what made all this vampire to come to existence. And who brought in all the totality of all of them is Abdul Salami. See, people don't know this. Look, the more Agbado bring in more law, the more the National Assembly change more law, they will take you back into abyss. Because that constitution cannot produce anything good. That constitution bring open door to bigotry, to slavery, to corruption, to nepotism, and anything you can think about. That is why I want every one of some of us that used to say we have law. It is the law they give you. You see how a man that holds the sovereignty of his own country is speaking. It is the law they gave me. Are you supposed to be speaking like this? It is the law they gave me. So you are subject to the people that gave you the law. Who owns the sovereignty? You will say it is you. Now you are subjecting your personality, your power. You are giving it to the person that made the law to give to you. And you say, hey, they give us this law, we must live by this law. Who told you? It is your instinct and your understanding, your knowledge of in-depth of what you have as a country that you speak. You cannot give what you don't have. That is why today many of us need to study the problem we have, the foundational problem. If we don't know the foundational problem, you think constitution is anything, it's just a document, it's just a document. You will end up, your country will be hijacked. It will take you another 60 years before you can get your country back. All of us don't go face about God then. We are talking, we should be fighting the right thing. So if you say, oh no, we're going to fight them. How we go do it? We're not going to do it. Who told you? Now, a constitutional lawyer, an SAN came here. I think none of us need to go. We need to call Baba back. If Nigeria official, we need to call him. Baba can't teach us how a country is being founded, and can't teach some of us. So we don't stay inside a classroom for long. We don't know what he teach. Some of us need to take a lecture. Professor Ezekume is one of the most eloquent and one of the most blessed we have now, that hold the flame of most efficient lawyers of our yesteryear that stood their ground. Is one of the few that is left. We need to take his wisdom. We need to take that wisdom he got. He need to transfer it into every one of us so that we can build the future.
Black Panther.
Wait, let me finish my thoughts. Tinubu not be block him. We know what they happen. Don't worry, we'll go into that one. That one a later thing. If you not be block him, may not talk. We need to go into his class so that we will learn it. Many of us don't know how a country is made. Many of us don't know. Some of us don't know why we have plan B. If we say we bring our plan B, as of you say, oh no, we don't want this, we don't want it, want that. You will see when the whole thing. If we fold up our hand and we don't tell people that the bane of our problem, Professor Zekuno said it. He said, if you carry that document, Absolutely gave us, if you toss and amend that, it will still produce corruption. Does that not ring a bell to us? We think if that man is playing, that man is playing game, or maybe he doesn't hate Abdul Salami. He's telling the truth. The document is what is bringing these insurgents. The document is what is bringing in that brought in your president that is a criminal, a drug addict, and a drug peddler. The document is what brought him to power. That document brought him to power. Because your past president failed. Jonathan failed. They were all greedy. Obasanjo failed. They were all greedy. They never cared for Nigeria. It was when Nigeria became so decayed that every one of them is now rallying around, jumping up and down to tell us that, oh, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to support this. You see what they brought, where they brought us to? Even that one will have to speak this before he went to meet his ancestors. Now the Atiku spoke this before he's speaking like us. Even Sadana spoke like us. Despite his loyalty to his religion, he spoke it. He said we have nothing in common. For us to not to become Congo, let us come together, political class come together and form a new union. But we throw history to the dustbin. Let me see how you will survive. The only thing we have now is to lose our mind and fight and take this thing back. Go into that place that they do the thing. Fight them. Be hypersonic. Fight them and get this thing back. That's the only way. You cannot sit on a roll. You vote. Look at what they are doing with your law, your Inec law now. They can stack it. Every illegality is now made legal. That is illegal, a universal thing. That is universal illegal. It's legal in Nigeria. Making fake documents, fake results is not legal in Nigeria for election. Everything. Smoking drugs on the highway is more or less legal in Nigeria now.
Black Panther.
Yes, sir.
Panther.
Yes, sir.
You compare this to what happened in Georgia when Donald Trump tell the electoral person in Georgia says card for 100,000 votes for me. How do you just oppose this with Georgia?
Did you not see how the Americans reacted? Even the man said, Mr. President, I can't do this. It's the Constitution.
Thank you.
Did you see the vice president reacted? Mr. I can't support the will of the people. Now, look at it, the will of the people. Because the people is what make the Constitution itself. The people is what make the country function. The people is what make you president. The people is the White House. It's not the president Obama or Trump house. But we don't have the will of the people because we are not part and parcel of the creation of this constitution. That is why governance has been hijacked and is far from the people. If somebody can speak here that it is the law they gave us, instead of you, it is the law we gave them. It is a reverse case now. He's speaking on the reverse mood now. It is the law they gave us. Are they supposed to give you a law, or you give the law, or you give them the law? It is what you give that will create the kind of people you see. They've given us dirty law. Abdulsalami created. I said Abdulsalami should be tried for treason. In a world court, it should be tried. I stand, it should be tried. This world is going to hear this word until it goes to its grave.
Black Panther.
Yes, sir.
He the one that just sat down and created that law, or some people just sat?
I don't care any people around him. He was the one that signed it. He was the one that brought it. He has the right to say this is subverting the will of the people. I am a military officer created by the constitution that were there before. I cannot subvert it now to the will of the politician. Therefore, I throw this out. He has the power to say it. If he's not saying it, it is him that brought it. We have to understand the situation we are today. I said it, if Peter Obi eventually take it, which I know external force is going to drag this president to his knee. I bet you he's going to drag him to his knee. If he gets it, if he starts by saying, oh, I'm going to build a house in the moon, that day I'll start to fire him. I'll be on the internet, the fire and go anywhere, the fire him. He has to give us a new document. If that is what he's going to give us before he leaves office, he has to do it. Because that document will make a poor man rise to be president. If he thinks that he will make a cosmetic thing to speak and say he changed Inec, then one Agbero comes in again and changed the Inec to 1964. Your president came in and changed your national anthem to the one the colonial ambassador gave us. Without regardless of the people, he doesn't give a damn about us. Then I know Peter Obi is part and parcel of them. Yes, I will speak it to his face. You cannot say we are united, we are one country when we cannot give our country a befitting constitution that we call as the black race of the world, that we call our own. What is causing the uproar? Thank you, Nigeria. Just 10 seconds. What is causing our problem now? We don't even understand our culture. We don't understand ourselves because we are scattered. They gave us a scattered constitution, bringing back to a scattered generation and a scattered politician. That is what we are getting. And we must pay the price if we don't act fast. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Black Panther. I appreciate you. Thanks for your submission. Okay. As you were talking about mentioning Michael Zehome, I just caught that part where you mentioned him. I've just sent it to him now. You know, so hopefully he will react and make time to come speak to us here. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Odua, talk to us, sir. Good evening to
you. Thank you, Mr. Najawash. Good evening. And well done for the good job. It's not really easy, but the Lord is your strength. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone in the panel. Thank you all for your submissions and your concern and your view. Good evening, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you. God bless you for your good work and your time of offering to support us to make sure that Nigeria work. Thank you. We appreciate you. Good evening, commenters, listeners, and viewers, and the passerby. Thank you all for your concern and your time also. Well, in this 2027 election or this amendment or this electoral bill, because I know some people told us that they are just working on the electoral bill. Yes, they have worked on it. Before anything, I want to ask a question. And if children are having problem in the house, isn't the father that people are supposed to run to that will make peace in the house, or one of their brothers or their junior brother, they will not go and meet to come and make peace in the house? I believe it's the father that people will run to and make peace. in the House. The Constitution is not good. The Constitution is what made the country. Yes, you are right. But today, people were elected according to or selected to make the Constitution better for the people of the country, because they will tell you, come and vote for us, even though your vote is not what they use. But why do they ask you to come and vote? They call it the will of the people, because they believe it is the people that sent them to that place. So it is not the Constitution who said when they give them the money that they're supposed to use to make me and you have a better life, for them to go and be heaping it inside a borehole tank or whatever, or safety tank or whatever they will call different places, or to go and take it to that Dubai or America or Switzerland. It is not the Constitution that tell them. It is because they have wicked mind. Because the Constitution doesn't have mouth to speak. It's a paper that is written by hand. But it is you, the human, who will say, I will do this, I will not do that. That Constitution, you are the word is why they say amended. So the Constitution can be changed for and say this thing is not good for people, they will change it. This is not good for people, they will change it. So according to people who talk English, said when a wicked man are ruling the people, because it is not lead, the wicked man doesn't lead. When wicked man rule people, the people will suffer. So when I said what Alabo said is good, but it is not Inec you need to take the protest to, because I believe it is law they make, and the only people that have right to interpret law, that people that law become final, is the court. Once they say that is why I always talk my normal English. People will say no, they want to speak educated English. Now they speak Latin for us. Antebellum. Antebellum is what is causing confusion today in the country. So the status quo antebellum has caused confusion in the country. And they still say go back to the people that talk antebellum so that they can now put it in the normal language that people will understand. Why, if it is not them that have power to command assemblies, this is what you do, to command and this is what you do, why would they tell you take the this thing back to them? Are people not be shouting and shouting here and there? Why did your assembly or your consequences, whatever you call them, why do they not change those antebellum law that the court talk about? So when we talk, we are not just talking because we want to talk. We talk because we see that this is a good idea. When you do this, your place will be better. I don't know your talk because I want my voice to be heard. I talk because let's do practical. I'm a practical person. I'm not a theory or objective. I'm a practical person. Without practical, you don't have a vehicle. Without practical, you don't have a replay. Without practical, you cannot pilot whatever you want to pilot. Now, your House of Assembly have made law, bad law for you. That is why I told you Nigeria doesn't have what they call law, because they doesn't read law. Because if these people you call your lawyer, your judges and whatever, if they read law, they are the one who have the right to tell House of Assembly, this law cannot work for Nigeria, we will not accept it. And that law can never work. The House of Assembly can never make such a law. Because you don't have what we call law, because you people doesn't read law, that is why they will just come out and give you any law. They will tell you they should be interpreting it for you. Then people will not start crying. I also, when a law is accepted by people, that is where it becomes law. They say president affirmed this, that. If you try such law here in Italy or even here in Europe, this Fabio will be removed from office because the people will resist you. They will resist you to court. They will resist you to police. They will resist you with everywhere. You will be forced to change the law. The same president you say he affirmed the law will be forced to change the law because the people never accept it. Where are the lawyers? Where are the Lumides? Where are the NAS, whatever, chair, president, and so on and so forth? Where are they to fight against bad law for you? The other day they said you can forge any paper and you can forge a certificate and you can have contest for a president. You can do this, you can contest in any position. You can forge and become a judge. Where are these people who hold power to law and say this kind of thing will not work? All these journalists, which they call journalists, where are them to make sure they are advocates? Those are human rights people. But Nigeria, they are human left. All those journalists, they are human left. Look at the way about is treating this one as if what our brother is saying, what this former Inec man is saying, Igini is saying is not a vital information. Look at the way about putting it. And they will call him journalist. Such thing, this is where you see journalists advocating and say this kind of thing can never happen. You don't try that such nonsense here in Italy, or in Belgium, in France, or even in Germany. Journalists will be the one make sure that this kind of law never stands in the country. Those your judges, those your lawyers, your judges, they make sure that something like this never happen. But those your lawyers are just waiting for people to come and give them money. Those your so-called those your criminal lawyers, charge and base. Because if really we have what we call lawyers who know who went and read law, they will make sure that things are working for the country. If a protest is in front of Supreme Court, protests come to court, the judge had the right to say, why is this protest? They don't keep people. You look at why this protest. Then by the time they know that this kind of thing, in one hand, Supreme Court tell your so-called assembly that this kind of law should be changed. It will be changed instantly. Where the same protest is at their gates. People are saying in this. So this kind of law will cause damage to this country. It can cause havoc. It can break this country apart. If you don't want this country to be like all those what you people are called Congo or Hitus and Tutus or whatever different names that people are giving, these are kind of things that led to it. So those your judge would they want those countries to become like that? No. So they will make sure that all these things never happen. So well, anyway, we that doesn't talk English, whatever we can give, whatever idea we bring is not an idea. Constitutions did not make himself. It is people that make constitution. So when people say that we work, that is when we work. Thank you, Mr. Najawash.
All right, Mr. Oduwa, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. You talk English or you don't talk English, you are communicating. That's the most important thing. And we are getting your flow. Thank you for your wonderful submission. I appreciate you all right there. We're having our final submission now, just 2 minutes, so we can round up. Thank you very much, my people. God bless you all. Let me go to Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, please, your final submission.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Elvis, thank you. Let me just quickly say this on this subject today. That I just listening to everyone, and it's very clear that it takes evil-minded men. And absolutely evil-minded men to have all of these things, as part of an electoral law. You got to be deliberately evil premeditated evil to have all these things in an electoral law. Certificate forgery, you put it there, it's allowed. Ballot stuffing is allowed. Immunity to electoral officers who break the electoral law is allowed. And giving them protection is allowed. All these things it is evil. It's not just ordinary. You know, the more I think about it, because when you listen to something, by the time you think about it for a day or two, you sleep over it, wake up, it becomes very clear. It gets clearer and clearer to you. You get deep insight. Within this shortest time, it is clear that it is only evil-minded men, deliberately evil, premeditated, that they want to do evil to a nation, that will put all these things in an electoral act. When, worse still, when all these things are being highlighted previously, with no intention to change, you turn them into law. It is not only electoral officers that were given immunity. You have also given judges immunity as well. You have covered them now. You have given them cover now. They don't need any technicalities anymore. They can. It is so brazen. You even give immunity to electoral officers who will brazenly break the law, and nothing will happen to them. They know ab initio from the get-go that nothing will happen to them. Nigerians, these are evil times. These are evil men. Evil men, deliberately evil, that are superintending over Nigeria. It is shocking. Absolutely shocking. There can be no election. How do I say it? We can't have election in there can't be any election in 2027.
Who's going to stop it?
It is the people. It is the political parties. You have to bring this out. Anybody that goes into an election is an accomplice. Yes, is an accomplice. You are a deliberate accomplice. You are an evil-minded person. You are evil yourself. You know very well that they will stop the ballot boxes. You know very well that the election materials will be printed before election day, separate from the one printed by the electoral body. You know that. And you know that even if you dictate it, you go to court, you cannot prove it in court. You know all of this. Why are you going into that election? What needs to be done?
Let's round up. Mr. Jonathan, thank you.
Yes. What needs to be done is to ask the lawmakers. That is the place that needs to be bombarded. They will change the law. Yes, like they must change this law. This one must be changed. It must be changed. Without it, I don't care what anybody is doing. If you like, you can shout through the roof from now till January 2027. It is useless. It is fruitless. And nobody wants to work.
Thank you.
Not showing fruit.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan.
To show for it. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. I'll leave it there. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Unfortunately, what you are calling for is a good thing, but unfortunately, it cannot be changed. And nobody to enforce it, nobody to push it. Nigerians, as we are talking right now, they are talking about BBA, talking about rubbish. If I'm ending this show right now, if you doubt me, go through TikTok, Instagram. Many of them are live right now.
Mr. Elvis, please, see, let's forget about 2027. Bring it on.
We cannot just say, let's forget. How are we going to forget? Me and you here.
Mr. Elvis, see.
How many of us forgetting it?
Mr. Elvis, what I'm saying is this, is that you said people are now doing other stuff. Let's be doing these people, this one, the people that will fight for it, that will first of all speak out, as if they don't know. I don't want to believe that they don't know. I don't want to believe that they don't know.
In Nigeria, these people don't care. I studied them. I have to spend time in this country to know these people in this country, that they don't care. They look like people that have been bewitched. They don't care. They don't discuss it. The only thing they are good at is begging for money. All of them have become a beggar. They are criminals. They are liars.
Mr. Elvis, that
so they don't care.
Yes, I don't want to care. Mr. Elvis, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Mr. Elvis. I don't want to care anymore. It is useless. It is needless.
Because of that, I don't want this platform to something else, because sometimes it don't look like it's effortless.
That's what I'm saying, Mr. Elvis. You are not getting me. Turn it to something else. It is useless.
Because they don't care.
It is the point. See, the people who are supposed to really show care, to fight, to bring it out, they are not doing it.
You listen to background now, there's generator everywhere, no light, no security, nothing is working. And the painful part is that inside our group, I fought with them last weekend, I fought with them. Everybody is silent. We have powerful people inside this estate. All of the quiet, like say they put juju for all of their neck. They don't care. These people.
Elvis, you know what they happen? I said this thing before. I said not everybody go understand this revolution, because we have so many distractors out there that are telling them it's a lie. Go this way, go that way. When we know what we are fighting for, we cannot run from it, because our heart will bleed when we remain silent.
What do you mean by revolution? Are you calling for revolution?
I said what we are doing, we are revoking.
Everybody will understand this revolution. Which revolution?
See, not everybody go understand. We see what I'm saying. We understand the revolution.
Which revolution? You are mentioning second time. Let us know what
revolution. The revolution of taking this political class ground.
How?
That's what I'm talking. See how we do it. What we are saying now, we have to hit the point. We have to win legislators back to us. Most of the politicians that are on our side, they might not even know about this law itself that we are thinking they know. Because they hid all these things from them too.
Black Panther, listen. You know, sometimes when I continue to repeat myself and explaining myself, it looks like I'm beginning to talk too much. I am inside the system. I'm different from people who travel to the system and do a week, 2, 3, and go back. I am inside the system. Since 2018, I have studied this system. I am inside. I know them bone to bone, flesh to flesh. The citizens I'm seeing here, okay, let's assume they are talking about it. Maybe they don't have the guts to question the government. Maybe we might say, okay, there is hope. They don't discuss it. Are you not getting it? Nobody have ever stopped me to discuss
am getting it. I am getting it. The principle. You know why they are like that? The politicians have undergone the principles that will make them look like this. So how do we do it to reverse them?
Let me tell you, there's nothing like how do you do it. You can't do anything.
No, we can do it. We can do it. We are not the worst. Nigerians, we are not the worst.
Mr.
We are not the worst.
Black Panther, you can't do nothing. You can't.
We are not the worst, Oga.
You can't do anything.
But we are not the worst. We are not the worst.
You are talking. You are in America. Somebody that is in Nigeria and people in Nigeria.
See, before you start to stay in Nigeria long, we already know Nigeria has been damaged.
And then you ran away, you jackpot.
I didn't run away. I didn't run away. People should be stationed and hold hands on how to fight another way.
So who's okay? You ran away. You see the people in Nigeria.
Naija watch. If you want me to bring somebody here to come and tell you my dossier,
we don't need that. Come to Nigeria. Let me know your dossier. I don't want somebody to tell me your dossier in America. Nigeria, tell me your dossier. Why you hiding Texas?
Listen to me. I cannot give what I don't have. I cannot give what I don't have. Look, Naija
condition.
Black Panther. The passion,
Black Panther.
Yes.
You cannot win this one. Let's just allow Mr.
See. Look, make I tell you something. Make I tell you one thing. Make I tell you one thing.
I need to go now. I beg.
Naija, you cannot be chicken out like this now. Hear it first.
No, I want to go. What do you mean cannot be chicken out?
See, Naija,
wait. Don't you know that this whole thing is discouraging already?
Everybody, okay, now, let all of us silent and let them take Nigeria the way they want to take Nigeria. We'll see how you cry.
You know you're concerning me.
Don't fidget small. You don't fidget small. Now your first place of bet now, if they do it anyhow, everyone go cry now.
No,
go about it. Black Panther, how do you go about it? How do you go about it?
No, man, I say somebody to cut
wait. How do we go about it? I want you to wait. Before I will say how we go about it.
But what I'm trying to say to Black Panther is that when Mr. Harris says you're checking out, when Mr. Harris says you are in Texas and he is on ground, he's feeling the heat. So, my brother, you are.
See, Nigeria has been bad. Nigeria has been bad more than this.
Today, America, you just talk.
See, wait.
Tomorrow, pack your bag and go to Nigeria.
Wait now.
No, he's saying go send person can tell us.
Wait. When Gani Fahimi was alive, do you know how many times he was arrested and thrown without not committing a crime at all to jail for years?
And what does that mean?
It's not about Gani.
Is that not what they are doing today?
It's about us now.
Is that not what they are doing today?
It's not about Gani. It's about me and you now. It's about me and you. We may not be on ground. Okay, how do we achieve this? The only way to now achieve it is the fact that we have ADC. We have the people that are speaking to power. And that's why the likes of Patotomi, the likes of our principal, even ourselves, we need to. Mike Igini has just exposed something to us now. What should Nigerians do? So, but saying that you want to win, you cannot win Mr. Harris in this case.
See, we cannot be frustrated and we say we want to. We cannot be frustrated, feeling frustrated, showing it in the public.
If you want me to be honest to you, Black Panther, hold on. If you want me to be honest to you, I'm getting discouraged.
That is it. Everybody's getting discouraged, but we cannot be discouraged because we later become.
Sometimes I just want to shut everything down.
Yes, Nigeria, yes.
I'm losing interest of this whole thing. It looks rubbish to me. It looks Nigerians are not ready. Nobody is ready, and doing this every day psychologically, anyhow you want to look at any angle, dimension you want to look at it, it's not easy.
Yes, I believe you 100%.
Only the broadcast every day is not by pressing button and go live.
Yes.
There's proper preparation, there's proper professional structure for this broadcast to run every day. And doing all this without no encouragement, seeing Nigerians talking, nobody talking. Apart from we here,
now
we have 90% of Nigerians in the diaspora listening to me now. What happened to the Nigerians in Nigeria? Or you want to justify them now by saying maybe they're not get light, they're not get internet. They have to wash rubbish on Instagram, on TikTok. It's crazy, man. You don't get it.
Okay.
I need to move on now. This stress is.
That's why
I'm stressed right now. Let Mr. Alabo talk. I'll come back to you. Give us a mandate. Mr. Alabo, you have your 2 minutes. Thank you. Mr. Alabo, you are not there.
No, I'm here.
Though
I'm
they
here.
told you you still stay mute for so long. You
No,
on mute. Let me
calm
see you
down
mute
now.
already now. You
Yes,
have 2
I'm the
minutes, sir,
mute
please.
now. Calm down. Calm down. I understand. Naija was sharing your frustration. Yeah, you're sharing your frustration. It's frustrating. I agree with you because if you look at people in Nigeria, and one thing is that do we say we shouldn't blame them, or should we say we should blame them? You look at the whole thing. They have made this thing. It has become a culture. Kill 200 people today. Oh, they don't kill. Nigeria will be that same place where they kill 200 people. But people will be drinking. Nobody is mourning. It has become a culture. That is just what politicians have done. So, Nigeria, I want you to look it in this perspective of the psychological effect and the impact of these things that the Nigerians have done to the Nigerian people, the Nigerian leaders have done to the Nigerian people. They have made it a culture, a way of life. You cannot say they buy over 100 people in United Kingdom. And United Kingdom will be like these people will not fool the street. You cannot say that kind of thing happen in America. They will shut down the government. But it will happen in Nigeria. Nothing is how people are moving on. If you go to the street and ask, you know what happened in Plateau today? They are not aware, even in the same Plateau state where they are, they don't know that such thing happened. So sometimes you don't even know where you want to start. Naija watch. It's a systematic problem. It's a systematic problem. That is why I will encourage you not to get tired. Let's keep sensitizing them. Let's keep doing. It's a sacrifice you are making for your country. I just want you to accept it in good faith. It's discouraging. You are right. It's discouraging. Because you can't be doing anything and you are not seeing result in it. You will give up now. Somebody will give up. It's when you are seeing result and you are seeing that people that are giving you that moral support, people that are boosting it for you, that is the only way that you will be encouraged. Mr. Jonathan, what Naija Watch is saying, go to TikTok now. You will see it has come to an extent. Nigerian girls now are naked on TikTok. They come out water for this thing. It has become something they use in making money now. TikTok has become a useless place for Nigerian. They do anything they want to do. They don't care about the country is burning. They are not aware of what Tinubu is doing. None of them is aware of the electoral law. Some of them don't even have PVC. They don't belong to any political party. How do you want to change the system? Naija Watch, please don't give up. Let's continue to sensitize them. You are there doing what you are doing for a reason. I don't want you to look it in the human aspect. See the spiritual aspect of it. You didn't just start it like this. Something led you to start it, and it's for a purpose. So keep it on. God is your strength. Thank you, Mr. Naija Watch.
Thank you, my brother. Thanks for your encouragement. Unfortunately, the reality is the most important thing. Maybe if I'm not here, maybe I will understand in a different way. But being here and you don't see people who bombard you with the situation, what is happening, and all that is really, really crazy. It's crazy, you know. There was this woman that I met on the treadmill today. You know, I was at the gym. She was on the other treadmill and I was on my own. So, although we always say hello to each other and all that, then we're not discussing. You know, she said she saw my video and all that. You know, we're not discussing. I was surprised when she said, my husband said, according to her, she said, my husband said Tinubu should take the petrol from 1,400 or 500 naira to at least 5,000 naira,
Elvis,
so that
we
Nigerians can
lost
have
you.
sense.
Mr. Elvis, we lost you there where you said that my husband, she said my husband.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, now we are hearing you.
Mr. Jonathan, your network, we hear them.
Okay.
Okay.
We hear them. It said make them
So-
reduce the Tinubu to remove the fuel pump now.
No,
Exactly.
he said take it to 5,000.
He said Tinubu should. He said my husband told me last night that Tinubu should take the petrol price to 5,000 naira so that Nigerians will have sense. You know, because this woman, they love the way the kind of car she drive to the gym and all that, they look well, you know, they are well to do, you know. So she was saying it, she was laughing. I say, I think 5,000 is even too small. They should at least take it to 15 to 20,000 naira per liter. Because the way I'm seeing these people, that is why, okay, in case you don't know, what I'm seeing is what Tinubu is seeing. He go say, President, don't worry, they'll complain small, don't enter, they are used to it. That's what they are saying. They know you don't complain, you can't do anything. So in case you are not getting it, even though they even take it, according to that woman, what she said, they even take it, the petrol liter, whatever, to 5,000 naira. These people will still say
they'll find option. They'll find.
So it's crazy now. How can we be? So what is that can push us then? What is that thing that can actually push us? Give us a minute, talk to us. 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you. And that's why I will honestly not castigate anybody that probably feel tired, discouraged, or worn out on this matter. It is only in our own system that we pull down soldiers, destroy our fellow soldiers. When a soldier is down, what a fellow soldier does is pick them up, encourage them, pat them on the back. We can do better. We can do
Your
more.
network is breaking. That thing you are using, destabilizing your submission again.
Can you hear me now?
No, we cannot.
Oh, really?
Okay, now you are good now. It's still breaking.
Okay.
Can't you speak directly?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that we just need to encourage ourselves because it's not easy. So if somebody is down, let's encourage them. We cannot afford to chicken in. We have gone too far down to allow these guys let us chicken in. Honestly, we need to appreciate every day coming here. And these guys are listening. They are hearing us. They are hearing us. I mean, I keep saying here, can't we sue on this Electoral Act? Mike Igini just make some comment today. So Nigerians, what are we going to do? Are we going to go into this criminal election like this? We cannot afford to go this way. The system has been rigged against us already. We cannot afford to go like this. Everybody needs to come out and we have to fight this. This needs to stop. Tinubu, I said earlier, Tinubu will not go easily. We have to make him go by force. But he has to go by force. So Nigerians, ADC, wherever you are, it is a fight for all of us, both home and abroad, and we must fight it. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. We appreciate your efforts, your encouragement, panelists, for always coming here. Nigerians, don't chicken in. If you are tired, take some break, come back. Let's do this. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Black Panther, please talk to us.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. See, I want to say this. We all, me, I'll talk about myself. I won't talk about anybody. It's not that I don't get frustrated. I do very well, perfectly well. I get to the extent, I'll just mind. Sometimes I get to the extent, I'll shut up my phone. I won't even look at any media. What I always do, I'll look at what I always do to comfort myself and make myself say I can do it. Is when I go to monitor countries like Venezuela, Iran, and other countries that have faced similar issue with us, that their country were stolen from them, and they rose up in unity. How did they rise up? They all felt the pain. That's why sometimes when you said increase the fuel to 10,000, I believe you let it increase. Maybe that will spike those people that are in coma. Because some Nigerians are awake in Nigeria, only that they don't have, many of them that are awake, they don't even have the medium of even speaking. opportunity speaking, like having a social media to speak, is very expensive. Those that have it, they decide to go with the vampires that are killing the country because they are benefiting some satanic money, which will not get you anywhere. I feel the pain. Sometimes I will go to work, I will not talk to anybody. I feel it. That is how it gets me. But I'll wake up, just put on something, watch the revolutions in other countries, and I wake up and I always ask myself question. Does it mean that I cannot do it the way these people are doing it? What is going to be my contribution since I am not there? That is why I always make mention of finances and speaking out in the media. Because I've confronted before. I've confronted. People were telling me there in the school, oh, the school they said you can't do. You know, I confronted the educational administrators in the school. They did that to us. We changed the law by force. We removed the vice chancellor of our institution. In my turn, we removed it by force. He left. So we cannot say we are not being forced. We are all forced, but let us encourage ourselves. The only means we have is this means that we are doing. It's very frustrating, but we cannot give up, because if we give up, all of us will be sober. Do we want to be sober? No. Let this thing that is happening, let it energize our spirit man to act and move on. Like what my brother just said. If a soldier is down, we pick him up. Let's move on. We cannot all fall, because it's going to be very disastrous, because that is where we are born. Thank you, Nigeria. Okay. God bless you. I encourage every one of us to please, I beg, but let's keep the spirit in us alive. We know, let's defeat that spirit of frustration and let's move on the way we are doing. Let's perfect what we are doing. If we can't, let's not listen to anybody. They are not encouraging us. We don't give a damn about them. After all, the roof fall, go follow every one of us.
Black Panther, you see this.
Let me listen to this. Hold on, Mr.
Appointment of this season at this guy Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. And if Jonathan has any iota of shame, he should hide his head and stop allowing Bola Tinubu to use him for this nonsense job that he's doing. You will never see Jonathan appear in State House for issues of urgent national attention, issues about the situation of the country, the insecurity in the country. He is always there for politics in closed-door meetings. And your people are everywhere calling every single human being with voice to say that Jonathan wants people. The last time they told me that Jonathan said he's ready to run, that the youth should come and gather to call him, that he doesn't want to run without the youth. I said he should not run, he should sit, he should crawl. If not be saying that Buhari will really be moron. Wait, how Jonathan I even somebody to regard. Now because Buhari and Tinubu failed, now make we even they call your name to say at least we are better. But these ones that you are doing now, because obviously, if the rumors are true that the APC wants to use you as a decoy, as a vote splitter, or as a distraction, that level of spoiler for the 2027 election, if you try it, Jonathan, if you try that nonsense, it will be very hot on you. Because I thought by now, having plugged this country into the misery that we are in, we were not able to protect our democracy from these lions and tigers, these thieves and criminals. You still want to be allowing yourself to be. I don't know what Tinubu has on you, but let it be between both of you. This nonsense has to stop, because I'm tired of seeing you smiling, laughing before Bola Tinubu. Because I don't know what is funny. I don't know what is funny, Jonathan. You are always in status. You will never be there when deaths happen, when Nigerians are died, when there is mass murder and mass genocide. You are always there for closed-door meetings. I don't know what he has on you, but let it be between both of you. If I see you, this PDP rumor that we are hearing, because they want to use you to say you want to salvage the North. You are the only person that has 4 years left. You are the only person that the North loves among the people, the contestants from the South. All of that is gibberish. Hide your head. Go and rest, Jonathan. Go and hide your head in shame. Will you ever see Olusegun Obasanjo go to Aso Villa to go and meet this criminal man? You are always there to do what? The fact that you don't know how to read the signs it annoys me of you. Very weak man. Yet you don't know how to read signs. You don't know how to read seasons. How to know that no, this is not the time. At this level of your political journey, you're supposed to don't get sense. You go take pufty. The other day they say, "Mo, we can't beg you. We should come out." Who? How many of you they beg you? If now you remain for ballot, I will vote Kabaka. If now you remain, what did the happen say? You always everywhere you go jump. Before any small thing, you don't jump. You too, you be decoy. That they use you. APC they use you. And I expected that you are supposed to be smarter than this. And this video, I will tag all those your boys that are always calling me every single day. The other one I don't block to the one or the rest. The people who I save number as pro Jonathan. For there are not many. Every day you are asking, Jonathan wants to run. Make it must who they follow and they run. You think we really have time for all those? No, we don't go back to our vomit. We are past this level. Me, if me be Jonathan, I will hold myself. I will respect myself. I will stay away from active politics. I'll become a father of the nation. I will be smarter than this. I'll be involved in war politics. I will add my voice and opinion to issues about this country. I will respectfully stay away. But no, you don't know how to live when the ovation is highest. You don't know. You don't know. Don't respect yourself, oh Jonathan. Respect yourself. If you like what be meeting Tinubu, it's none of my business. But if they use you for that thing, I'm doing this video particularly. I for send the DM. You see the small level where some people see hold for you, it will diminish and your eye will clear. Don't let people that will not get shame. Even former councillor will not add the way you are adding now. There are people that stay away from government, they puffy, they bro, they okay. You are not hungry, you are not being embarrassed in public. Even with your weak government, Nigerians still respect you because the people that took over from you, they are the worst that should never have been. Yet, you don't go respect yourself. Every small time you don't go Aso Villa. That's how you were laughing with him after the election. Then you go come up for there, they go to organize meeting for you are calling people, they should come and meet with you. They should come and, if at this level, if you cannot support a younger candidate or support a candidate that you think have the capacity, go and sleep.
My brother, Mr. Common says, don't finish up. All right, I'll give you guys 10 minutes to quickly address. 10 minutes.
I concur with Mr. Common Sense. Nigerians don't know how to live when the ovation is loudest. That is the case of Goodluck Jonathan. He's supposed to bury himself now. Don't let us even go there. But I understand where it's coming from. And any attempt to use Jonathan to create a kind of diversion in 20 is not going to work. First of all, which election are we even talking? Are we talking about? Which election are we talking about? Because they will do their election. But all I know is that anybody that participates in that election is an evil man. I don't care who you are. I don't want to care if you participate in that election. Nigerians can't do anything at this point in time. I can tell you for free. The Nigerians cannot do anything. You know how it will start? I was asking, and it was a deliberate question. I was asking Mr. Black Panther, how do you want to go about it? Which way, which suggestion do you have on how to go about this? Now it is clear that we are in a quagmire. We are in a dilemma now. Now we know that the 2027 election has been rigged for Tinubu. Now we know that Tinubu will win as it stands right now in 2027. What can we do? How can we prevent that from happening? That's what I want to hear now. That's just what I want to hear. And I believe that, see, you cannot help a man who is not ready to help himself, who is not ready to receive help. It must first of all come from that man. The Nigerian politicians, those who are contesting or who are going all over the place, contesting to be president, saying that they want to be president. At the end of the day, they will be the beneficiary of that office and their families. The man that will become the president will be the man that will be called Mr. President. He's the one that will carry that title all over the world. He will enjoy the largesse of the office.
whether criminal or not criminal, he will enjoy it and his family. So they are the first beneficiary. They are the primary beneficiary of that office. And if there has to be any fight, it has to start from them. Yes, it is Nigeria. Yes, it is our country. But the man or the people, those that will be the beneficiary of the office, the president, the vice president, those that know that they will end up to be ministers, they will end up to be head of parastatals and agencies all over the space, those that know that they will end up to be special advisor, it has to start from them. They are the primary. It's not you that will be you will not enjoy the largesse of that office. Even if you are not stealing, you are not the one that they will give private, they will give house, private official house. You are not the one that will get official car. You are not the one that your wife will get cook. You are not the one that will get gardener. Okay? Yes?
You asked a question. I think I answered part of the question.
I answer part of
you
it. That is my own.
I answer part of the question.
Because they have to lead. And their refusal to lead simply means that
Jonathan.
That's how
Jonathan.
Yes.
If you want to arrest this situation now, as it is now, if you want to arrest Nigeria, want to do not to go and meet Mr. President. We don't get business with them. We have to take over that National Assembly. If you capture any National Assembly, it is done.
Yes, no.
That is the way. Not this one where they talk, go left, go right, go left, go right. If we capture the National Assembly, all is done. Forget the presidential villa. Now go wrong, go come on. He go not run by himself. Let us deal with our National Assembly members. They are the tools the president is using to perpetrate this constitutional evil against the Nigerian people that hold the sovereignty of the land. If we capture the house, forget now, this president go run now. What does he have again? Without his tentacle, can an octopus swim in the river? He cannot. He cannot even out a fly in the out a fish in the river if his tentacles are being taken away from him. That is the principle we can apply to take this thing final. But if you say you want to go to Aso Rock, go meet president, you are going to see more bodies on the floor. The Nigerians will never listen to you. They'll be facing Inec. What do you have with Inec? When the president is executing all the laws, doing everything, it's your National Assembly. Everybody run from there because they collect money from them. That is just the way out. If Professor Ezokoman come here now, I go talk this issue, you go see him respond. Because I've seen it happen in so many countries of the world, how they took over their government. They faced their National Assembly. They brought it down. How did Hitler take over the government of Germany? You people remember, it brought the National Assembly down. He brought it down. That was when he took over the power of the country. And the people supported him because of his ideology. We can fix in our ideology. Take the National Assembly down, we'll dictate. The president will take off. We don't need to touch him. You will see all of them go to fly plane, they come out. But when we want to say something, people will just think that, oh, they don't get plan B. People, this is why I talk now. Which president don't ever think about this thing? If you want to capture any situation in the country, it is the National Assembly. But they make you to focus on something else. That's don't know how to fight the fight. Let us focus on the National Assembly. If you get hold of them, that said presidential, what do they call him, president of Senate, he will not sit there again. That gate where he talks, where that gate, if you bring about 200,000 people, they will bring down that gate. No amount of tear gas will throw people back. When they saw 200,000 men coming towards their gate, it will be announced. If you take over that place, it's done. Even the international world will support us. They will support us and protect us.
Yes.
But we are not giving out the right information. We don't have plan B. We are just focusing on one particular side, Even the people we are even speaking, they are not even speaking to the right place. That National Assembly is where the key to the change of the country is. That's where the key is. I'm saying it today. If you try it, we will see the change.
I know. I've said, yeah, that is it. For me, That is it. It's like I put the question out there, but my own response, which is what you said, that is it. But I want to hear other people too. Maybe they have something better on how to handle this, on how to go about this. That is the only way to go about it at this point. There's no any other solution around. Don't let anybody come and cajole us or anything. If you want to change, they said they should amend the Electoral Act. This is the only way to get it done. They will not do it without this option, as in taking over that place. This idea in Nigeria that they will say we don't want violence, it is stupidity. There is a saying, a very popular one, that the people that does not want peaceful change will make violence change inevitable. We have gotten to that stage in Nigeria. They don't want things to be done in a, it's not even violence. It's not violence, it's not by violence. It is just you are demanding for your rights. It is just for Nigerians to demand for their rights. Nigerians have to demand for their right. What is rightfully theirs, they must demand for it. Without that, you know,
Jonathan, you know what happened
for me now, when I see all these people come out now, like Mr. Peter for Nigeria around the pit, and I'll just be laughing. When I see, when I hear Mr. Peter Obi now talking, I'll just be laughing. I will listen to him. I will know that he's saying the right thing, but I'll just be laughing at him.
Let me give you an example.
Yeah.
Example that works, but we think it did not work, but the pressure works. You see, when I was talking about taking over the National Assembly, people say you just be violent. Not be violent, you stay for the gate.
Mm-hmm.
The gate, and then you see when we are requesting for electoral changes, you see it. Now what happened? The people en masse came to the National Assembly gate to form a quorum there, and they demanded that they need somebody from National Assembly. When the National Assembly member came out, he was speaking what? Peace. He was trying to come into the people so that they don't take that anger, touch him. He did that successfully. He went back to give a feedback that these people, where they meet business, so that was how they coined the electoral law. They coined it so that they will not think that the people will not think that they've not done anything.
Mm-hmm.
That is to tell you that the National Assembly members knows it, that if these people get to them, they are doomed. The country is gone. That is why you see they protect that place with two gates to enter National Assembly. You first the first one clearance, the second clearance. That's why they put that. They know what it is. This thing I'm saying, they are hearing me. They know what I'm saying. If you want to take back your country, go and take it from the National Assembly. That is where your power is.
Yes.
It is not in the hands of the president.
Yes.
It's in that house.
President, it's not in the hands of Inec. All this talk about Amopiton must go. Forget that one. Just forget that one. Amopiton must go is not the issue. Stop wasting your energy and your time on what is not relevant. If Amopiton,
they waste their time now. Amopiton has become the accused. They have become the judge. So what can they do? They can't do anything now. We don't have business with him. Our business is the National Assembly. Did you hear what that National Assembly member was saying? He was what did he do? He was apologizing. All of them. That's what they talk.
Don't know if you don't understand the benefit or the power of what you have, you will misuse it, and people will take advantage of you because what you have. You see, in Nigeria, people, they have made us to believe that the president is the most powerful. And I've always consistently says, no, the president is not. Who is Tinubu using now? Which body?
Is the National Assembly now?
Is the legislature that is using. So that is the most powerful.
That is why he arrested them first. He arrested them first. Before he do anything, he arrested all of them with his money.
The executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, it is the legislature that is the most powerful. if you can get the legislature on your side, because even the judiciary, even the judges, they will make law for them. It is the law that the judiciary will follow.
Exactly.
If they want
Exactly.
to, yes, it is. They are the one. Everything that they can see. Forget it now. Is the most powerful of all the three. Once you get them on your side, they are working for you. You can bend the country to any side that you want.
Okay, look at the assembly in America. Those people are they're very scared to make any law that will be detriment to the people, because they know the power of the people. Look at when President Trump, when the people went to National State Assembly there, to Washington DC. Look at how it is. All of them, some of them they run about. That is where the power is. That was why President Trump was talking to my chain.
Is the most powerful arm. Is the most.
But Nigerians don't understand. They don't understand democracy. They don't listen to president. The key to the light of the president is the National Assembly. If you take those people down, president not going to exist again. He not going to exist. He'll be powerless.
Yes, that is what we don't know. And they have made, they have successfully made Nigerians to believe that the president is the most powerful. No, he aren't powerful anything. No, the law, you must take a law, you must pass a law and take it to him, and he will have his own is that he will sign. Even if he doesn't sign it, even if he refuses to sign this, you still have power to override him. So what power does I don't understand? It's just that in Nigeria we have the only thing, you know why people arrogate that power to president is because of money. It's money, because they know that any money that will come out, the president must sign off on it.
Yes, Oga Jonathan, the Nigerian politicians, especially the senators, they are wise. They get sense. They push the power to the president so that people will not focus on them. The actual sense, the people is also focus on them so that they will be able to deter the president from carrying out unlawful laws. That is how it works.
Thank you, Black Panther. Thank you. At least it's 14
Thank you, Nigeria. May God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you, my brother, Black Panther. Thank you, our Dream Nation. Give us a mandate. Mr. Oduwa and everyone who came in here. We've come to the end of this broadcast. We want to appreciate every one of you that super chatted the platform. Mr. Kingsley, Mr. Ide, and Mr. Gilmed. God bless you all. Guys, remember that the contribution is still going on. Do your part. Be part of this rather than being part of the negative side of Nigeria. God bless every one of you that have contributed so far. God bless you all. Thank you for standing for a better Nigeria. Let's continue to do our part to see how Nigeria can be better in our time. The journey I've just started. I have a long way to go. 16th of January is the next election. All effort is needed right now. It's very, very painful. The emotions displayed earlier on is just the realism of the situation on ground. To know that the people in Nigeria, they don't talk about what is affecting them. Many of them cannot even eat 3 square meals anymore, and they don't talk about it. That's the most painful part of it. All of them have become a beggar. Everybody sliding into your inbox and all that, begging for money left or right. They don't want to address what is affecting them. That is my displeasure, my anger, my frustration. So it's really, really sad. But hopefully we can rescue this country from Tinubu in 2027. For any reason that we could not, Baba, it go hard for everybody. I'm telling you, it go hard for everybody. But I appreciate you all anyway. Let's continue to do our part. Let's continue to encourage ourselves. To be honest, we need a very, very huge encouragement. Don't look at anybody more so. Say the person huge, he big, he get more so. He go feel encourage yourself. This situation, encouragement that we need. Your kind words means a lot at this particular moment. Using any kind of derogatory or any kind of depressing words on anybody both me or my panelist that is here, we can easily just give up. Have it in mind, because sometimes people might look at this that, oh, now maybe now what you like to they do. That's when people don't see your effort, you know. But people who see your effort will understand that it's not what he likes doing, he's just doing his part, you know. So I appreciate you all. Mother for Mommy Diaspora, my loving mother, I appreciate you, Mommy. Thanks for all that you do. Thanks for always being there for us every day. Thank you, my brother Abu Azi. I appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you, Mother Peggy Modi, Mother Eugenia, Mother Stella Masaredo, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, Michael Ganema, Roji Desmond. God bless you all, my people. I can see you all right there. Please, before you leave, of course, you press on the like, take our voices far. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this broadcast. I'll see you guys again later on. Okay, tomorrow, we're still 11:32 here. I'll see you guys tomorrow, fingers crossed, by God's grace, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, so we can continue from where we stop. Have a good night. And bye.
In this world, all of us today in motion. Everybody there in motion. Moving to our various stations. As we there in motion, make we do good to ourselves, yo. Make we do good to our neighbor. Before we reach our station, every work gets paid. Every work gets paid. Every work gets paid. I make a day fear my God. I make a day fear my maker. Whoever will come and go and song. Organize. My God, I make a day fear my maker.